Barbarian?
Yeah.
Yep. Hello. Welcome to episode 3 of Apollo Presents Curse of Strahd. We are here today with our players, and I'll let them introduce themselves as soon as I try not to forget my mouse. And let's see if I can get down here, and there we go. Okay.
Oh, I've got your old camera shot there.
Yeah.
If I lean forward too much, it's just like nose profile.
Yeah.
Messes with
Pretty
you.
great. Okay. And let's see, we've got some players that aren't out here today. I will be running GNPCing Trill Vess, and I will probably let you know what happens to Fest a little bit later on. Corey, if you would introduce your character.
Hello, Corey Nichols. I'm running Ark. He is a human barbarian, kind of a woodsman type, solitary, likes to stay to himself.
Doesn't that need to go face that way so you can see Corey?
Yeah. I'll try to get
There
it
you
on
go.
my face.
There you go.
There you are. You're on camera.
There you go. Back on camera.
It was,
Okay.
it was just my face was there, and it was making me uncomfortable.
Oh, we have a lot of cameras. Okay, cool. And Adam, if you just remind everybody who you're playing.
Hi, I'm Adam, and I'm playing Syrdath, the second level rogue, Drow. Been dealt with a little bit of discrimination. Last game was not cool. I don't see those factors here at the table today, so...
Let me guess, was it the Paladin?
Yeah.
It's always the Paladin.
Yeah, I mean, they're all about, yay, hearts, and then...
Lawful good, my butt.
Yeah.
Well, I am playing
Yeah,
Marick.
moving on to John. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm John. I'm playing Marick the Wizard to kind of keep this going on. And then we will continue our adventure.
Okay, and like I said, I will be GNPCing Trill Vess and the Paladin, who's had
Here's Liz.
2 players. Oh, hey, Liz is here. Our NPC is here, so I will have.
I'll get the door and you can keep talking.
Okay.
That way.
Cool. So I will GNPC Trill Vess and Fest, and we'll take care of them as the game starts. To recap, we have the players came into Barovia through the mist. They made the dangerous trek through town to this building, the Durst Manor. And hi, Liz. And we'll introduce your character in a bit. And if we, she's on camera. Good. And they met Rose and Thorn, 2 children in the street, and said there was a monster in the basement, and they went in to investigate. They went up through the 3 floors in the attic, found out that the children were, in fact, deceased and ghosts, became possessed by the children. Syrdath became possessed by Thorn, and Trill became possessed by Rose. And they had some encounters with some centipede swarms, and nearly.
That only took an hour.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. And then they laid to rest the bodies of Rose and Thorn, and the ghosts seemingly found peace and rest, at least for the time being. And then they proceeded through the dungeon, the Durst dungeon, to face the undead, ghastly bodies of Rose and Thorn's parents. After that, they found, they went back to the statue that appeared to be of a pale, well-dressed man with a wolf next to him, and found a secret hatch that went up to the first floor, and we're trying to decide whether or not to spend the night in the Death House or Durst Manor, or if they should proceed on towards the chanting they hear coming from down the hall.
So what are the Yelp reviews for the Death House? Like, I mean, I really lived that kind of stuff.
Oh gosh, it
1
depends.
star.
Yeah.
Great food, terrible service.
Yeah, I think that's
1
probably
five-star.
it.
Definitely. Username not the
Now-
owner.
Did Fest pick up the scrotum sack or the...
It's a skin bag.
Yeah, we
That's-
got to
yeah.
pick up this
Who is this broadcast for again?
Yeah,
For my-
right. I'm not gonna. I will try not to drop f-bombs this time. So yeah, I think that was Fast that picked it up. I'm pretty sure,
Okay.
but
But we also covered the orb that was in the statue's hand with the black cloth.
Yeah, you put a piece of cloth over it.
Like a Palantir style orb looking thing.
It was an orb with mist kind of going through it in the
yeah.
in the hand, and
I didn't trust it.
Suspicious.
Yeah, Zuckerberg's always watching.
yeah.
Just put the tape over it.
So as you guys are here, you hear. Give me a perception check, I guess.
Am I there as well?
Not yet. I'm not work yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 22.
Okay.
I got 19.
Okay.
Dang.
So you hear someone come in and I guess say hello. You've met. So going to Ark. Ark, you came into Barovia kind of in the same fashion as everyone else, except you had an encounter with some wolves in the forest, and then the mist overtook you. You've been in town a bit longer, but you kind of stayed you managed to stay a few nights in the woods and survive.
Yeah. That tracks.
But you met ghostly visitors of Rosenthorn. They told you there was a monster in the basement. You came into the house and just started investigating, and you're saying whatever you would say when you come into the house, and they can hear you entering the building because you're literally a floor above them.
So I'm not in. I'm in the entryway. The very first step.
Yeah, you're in the first entryway of the house. You can kind of see the, they've got the windmill piece above the fireplace and stuff like that.
Honestly, I wouldn't say anything.
Okay.
I would not. I mean, if they heard me, they heard me.
Yeah.
But I.
Give me a stealth check if you want to do that. Yeah. And you got a 20...
14.
14? Yeah, they both heard you.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. But I wouldn't. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not just going to go in.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Any ghosts in here?
Well, you don't know they're ghosts.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
But as a woodsman, I don't announce my presence everywhere I go. I like to see first, and then.
And in fact, you guys don't know that he talked to what appeared to be Rosenthorn outside. You would think it's strange because they've been put to rest. But
And I do have, as I walk in, I do have 2 hand axes ready, and I am, maintaining a state of suspicious alertness as I'm entering the death house.
the Durst Manor.
Durst Manor,
Yeah.
quote unquote.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Named
the
after
death
Fred
house.
Durst, which
Nice.
causes
Nice.
death, so I can see where you
So,
made the correlation.
I guess let's deal with.
Can I make a roll to see if I hear anybody downstairs?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna make a perception roll. Is that right?
Yep.
Got +3 there, so 20.
Yeah, you guys aren't trying to be real quiet. I mean,
No.
you just had a battle.
Then I would try to find my way down to where they are with my, I guess, 14 stealth roll. So they'll probably know I'm coming. But.
So you're looking around the floors, and I guess you would hear in the wolf, the kind of let's see. That
We had
perception
opened
check.
up the door to look upstairs.
Yeah, so
into
there's
that.
it's popped open. There's like a crawl space kind of opened up in the floor, and you can see stairs going down and kind of some light flickering that you'd be able to see.
I would go down.
Okay, you go down and you see what appears to be a dark elf, some kind of robed, bearded man, and a blonde with a sword at her hip, and then Fest is kind of a portly, kind of squatter human. He's a little chubbier.
Sure.
He's not doesn't look like he's really great in the fisticuffs. And Fest actually freaks out as you come down, and I've had enough of this. And he just goes up the stairs, runs out, disappears into the mist. That's how I take care of players not being here. We'll see if he comes back.
Sure.
Okay.
We really should find better people to hang out with.
I know. Is it us or
You
what?
guys have lost 3 party members
Yeah.
so far.
Is it us?
It's the story of us, really.
One, Glorn's still in the wall somewhere. The druid died to the wolves, and
Fest just ran
Fest
off.
just ran off. Trill is going to stick around, and I will GNPC Trill for now, unless you want to do it. But you've got an NPC you're going to run, so I'll let you do that in a bit. Okay.
I'm kind of shocked to see
Yeah.
just normal looking people.
Yeah, you've seen some pretty creepy
didn't really
stuff
get a
coming
good-
into Barovia, but you haven't. The town hasn't been very welcoming. When you entered, it was pretty. The mist was all over the place, and actually, as you came in, it closed off to the gate, the little gate to the Durst Manor. So it's just a wall of mist.
Outside the-
Yeah, and you can't hear anything from Fest. It just like he disappeared.
So as you see that guy just run up the stairs past you, our
Yeah.
little exchange.
So I take it you didn't just start hacking at him.
No.
Okay.
I'm somewhat judicious.
If you're ho adventurer, blah blah blah. If
What
you're
did
gonna
you
hang
call
out,
me?
if you're gonna hang out with us, like, are you gonna be here? Like, I can't take this again. I've been hurt before.
It's
Who even
okay,
are you
Syrdath.
people? I have no idea. I did not expect to see normal-looking folks down in the basement.
It's a long story. We got pulled in by mist.
The same thing happened to me a couple of days ago.
I guess it was a day ago.
Yeah, time's relevant, really.
Well,
It's
we
subjective.
rested once, I thought. So I think it's been a day ago. But we were trying to help out these kids. Turned out they were
Two little girls.
well, no, a little girl and then a little boy.
Well, that's hard to tell. They
He
were
was it's,
apparitions as I saw.
Yeah, well,
we didn't assume it was apparitions, but we discovered that, and that would you say it sucked? I would, yeah, that sucked.
Are they all right? I came here to make sure they were safe.
well, we just put them to rest. When did you see them?
What do you mean put them to rest?
They were dead. They were spirits.
Yeah, they're so, and they didn't follow you in or anything. They just kind of pointed at the house and gave you the spiel. There's a monster in the basement.
Well, I'm down in the basement now, and I was told there were monsters, and all I see are you people.
You
Well-
do hear chanting. You can't make out the words, but it's coming from down the hall.
And I hear some Catholics over there.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
The accent, but I have to distinguish my character from me somehow.
friend, just to let you know, so far the most monstrous thing that we found down here were what we believe to be the poor children's parents, who were turned into some form of undead. Well,
It was ghastly. Get it?
we took care of them and we threw them in their respective tombs as well. The tombs are down this way. We were going to try to see if we can figure out more about where we are, because we're not originally from this area. Although I believe
Where are you from?
where were we from? Do you remember the?
I guess
the
not the
town?
Underdark, but
You were in a nondescript town. They had been traveling for a few weeks, adventuring, and I didn't pin it to a specific world in the multiverse, because you can come from anywhere and end up in Barovia. But you could theoretically be from a completely different realm than these guys.
Well, I think my father was originally from Barovia.
Where's
You don't know that.
Yeah.
You don't even know anything about Barovia.
No, I thought that's where I was from, or right, my.
Yeah, but I think you think you've got some resemblances. You look like some people. You
Oh,
could
okay.
kind of infer it, but I don't think you know that.
No, well, I was put to boarding school for most of my life anyway, so I wouldn't really know anything apparently.
the public education.
Yeah, apparently it's really bad. But anyways, we were pulled through the mist. We were asked by the children to come look at the house. The main reason why we're continuing on to deal with this place is so we can find answers and hopefully figure a way to get outside the mist and escape this realm, wherever we are.
Sounds fine to me. I suppose I'll let's keep going. I see no reason to stop.
I got I'm hurting a little bit. We may take us a little rest, recovery.
I look over and I see the road just bleeding everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got the brunt of the ghastly trio.
What happened to you?
Was it this?
A parental thing. The gas. They kind of burst through a wall on me, and it didn't work too well. So I'm all about going in the basement, and then I'm really not against burning the damn house down too. But
If you all want to wait here for a little bit, I can keep an eye out and make sure that nothing Because I assume I'm
You're
I haven't
full.
taken anything.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm stout. I'm stalwart.
And you actually managed to handle the forest, which was, I mean, you picked up that there were some dangerous things out there, but you're so used to being in the forest, you handled it much better than most people would.
Oh, it's okay, Lancelot.
Oh, that's right. He has
It's okay.
in his robe, inner pocket lining, he's got what looks to be, to you, it looks like to be kind of a mangy rat, but then when you get a closer look in the torchlight, I guess Trill's holding a torch. You can see that it's a baby poodle, and it's got a little collar on it with a little name tag on it.
Kind of like off that Paris Hilton show. They carry that little poodle around.
I remember that show.
Yeah.
Originally.
Yeah.
It's a purse dog.
Well, if you all want to wait here for an hour or so, I can get my bearings and take a look around, and then we'll proceed onward.
Well,
Short rest.
Yeah, short
Okay.
rest.
Okay.
If it's okay with Marick.
That Trill's like, that sounds fine by me.
why wouldn't we know we were in Barovia?
Well, yeah, we did get the letter.
Yeah, that says Barovia on here. You know, multiple, 2 letters actually.
No, you know you're in Barovia.
Oh, okay. Well,
You don't know you're from Barovia.
oh, okay.
That's still shrouded in mystery.
Yeah.
That's like the fog that surrounds the house.
Yeah. Yeah, you're breaking the third wall.
It's
metaphorical.
Or metaphorical.
And
That
it's
was in my
mostly because
backstory.
he picked a picture of someone who's actually in the game. So I had to say he looks, he's kind of related. So, okay. So you guys take an hour rest.
A short
Nothing, short rest.
I will kind of patrol these little hallways here.
The short rest restore HP.
You roll your hit
Hit
die
die.
to see how much you get back.
You can use however many of them you
Alright,
want.
I guess what is that, D4?
No, you
For a
know.
row.
D6?
D8.
D8. Do I have a D8? I think
I've got some.
Trill is back up to full.
Thank you. Yeah, I got one of them. I'll have to dig it up. 2. I'll take 2. Thank you.
You've got 2 hit dice you can roll if you want to use them both. At level 2,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you can do 2
Okay. Okay. It's been like 1999 since D&D. Ooh, 5. That gets me up much better. Thank you. I'm less squishy now.
Okay.
Still squishy.
Still
Less
squishy.
squished.
Much.
Yeah.
much.
I'm still
2D.
sitting in my 23.
2D8. Okay.
Yeah, and she's used up her lamb
Still
hands
sitting in my
ability
12.
today, so she's out. So-
Nine.
So Trill says, "Shall we go? Shall we go then?" Trill's gonna be bipolar because she's had 3 people playing her. Tripolar. Yeah.
I hear that and I just, yeah, let's go. I'll start walking.
So the let me get you a character.
Oh, hold, friend. I have this lantern if
Do you
you
use
want
a
to hold
shield?
it.
No, but it's for today's purpose.
today's purpose, it'll be fine.
I can do whatever.
Okay. So we're gonna say that you came in down the stairs. He ran off. These guys came in, and the way down is this way.
Okay.
And marching order. And are you leading?
Yeah,
Trill.
I'll take it.
And then we'll do the rogue and you and back, I assume.
Yep.
Okay.
And I will. I would ask somebody else near me hold a lantern because I don't have dark vision.
Trill.
But I will. I will take out my great axe.
I'm gonna pop this up to the
Yeah.
terrible map underneath. And Liz, I'll work you in. They just have to finish this last.
Yeah, it's all good.
Oh. Well, might come back to that. Who knows? So, and this is a terrible drawing. I apologize. Things will get better as the game progresses because I've got stuff set up in other rooms.
I've seen worse.
So
I've made worse.
you're coming down the stairs, and
Just so offended at poor quality.
and that is, I gotta go back to my map real quick, which the map is up on the screen below me
Random people.
right now for those at home.
God, no.
And let's see,
I think you messed up the marching order there.
I'll be in front.
Yeah.
Who's
Okay.
behind me?
The paladin.
Trill, yeah.
30.
And then, yep.
Okay.
These are weighty.
Ghostly chanting emanating from the airs in this room. You can hear it now. You can finally put the voices together. So,
Is it words I understand?
yeah, and it's coming in. It's many voices, and they're kind of, I mean, they sound a bit off, but it's, he is ancient, he is land, he is ancient, he is land, repeated over and over.
I hate Christian rock.
Give me a perception check as you go in.
Yep.
All right.
Ooh, 22.
20 on the die.
Okay.
Not that.
And
13.
you see, Arc. Is it Arc?
Arc.
Yeah.
It's called Arc.
You see a bunch of items kind of amassed in little tiny niches on the wall, and they're just little items that you glance over and you see something that looks like a kind of a dehydrated hand with sharp claws on a loop of rope. Next one, you see a knife that appears to be it's got like a femur kind of coming off of it, like a bone knife of some sort. A dagger with a rat skull on a pommel, and a couple others. If you move along, you can kind of see some more if you want to go in a bit.
I will go in a little bit, just
Okay.
right here, but
So-
I'm naturally trepidatious is the word I'll use.
As you look around the room, you can see an 8-inch diameter varnished orb made from what appears to be some kind of eye. Let's see.
Do any of them, I don't want to touch any of them, and I'll say as much, but do I get any sense that these are harmful to the touch?
I mean, you don't know.
Okay.
One appears to be an aspergillum carved from bone. There's a folded cloak that appears to be made out of some type of skin.
I'll look kind of over my shoulder and say, I'd advise not to touch any of these,
Finger.
especially the finger.
Yeah. A 6-inch tall wooden figurine. It appears to be some kind of mummy with its arms crossed on its chest.
And the sound isn't emanating from any of these.
No, it's coming from further down the hall, kind of towards the blue area. Yeah.
Okay. Do I see both of these entrances or both of these hallways?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll look to you all.
I assume we're following up.
Yeah.
Alright, so.
Stay together.
Alright.
Okay.
Can I do a spellcraft check on any of these items? Just looking, not touching.
Spellcraft check. Well,
No,
none
not
of you.
spellcraft, sorry.
Like Arcana?
Arcana, yeah. I'm used to...
Yeah, old editions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you probably need to detect and see if anything's magical first.
If I have that, I think I have that.
Because right now you don't know if anything's magic. They appear to be strange items, but just items.
I'm not tempted by earthly wealth. Prospect of new trees.
And the chanting is louder, but it just keeps repeating over and over again. He is ancient. He is land. He is some male voices, some female voices.
Can a perception check tell me if there's anything trapped or anything like that in the room? I'm kind of wanting to.
Okay, so you're just gonna look through the alcoves, or are you gonna look?
Well, I mean, I'm just honestly going to kind of check around the entrance ways
Sure.
of both
Sure.
hallways. So I guess that'd be perception, and I guess it's good. So I rolled an 8. So
I don't have a spell, apparently. I didn't know that was the first
Yeah,
spell.
you don't notice any traps. It appears to be dusty and old. Looks like nobody's been down here for quite some time. The walls kind of drip with water, kind of sweating through the stone walls. The only real light you've got is kind of coming from the torch that Trill has, 15 feet out.
So no one has passed through this way. So whatever's going on, wait for it. It's probably supernatural in the next room.
Yeah, and you can peek into the room if you'd like.
Oh, well, hell yeah!
I'll let the road do its peeking.
Yeah. Okay.
You gonna do it stealth?
So
Oh, I'm stealthing. I'm
as you peek through there, the tunnel is blocked by
I stealthed it.
portcullis. So right before you get to the water there's a portcullis kind of that's down.
Oh, yes.
And yeah, it's I mean, it's you could try to lift it if you want, or you could yeah.
So it's barred basically, right? You're telling me it's shut.
Yeah, it's partially submerged in water too. It's about 2 feet of murky water that the portcullis goes into, and the water goes out into the dark. And you can see with your dark vision a little bit in there, and I think you can get the hints of robed figures just chanting kind of along the walkways around the side, but that's about all you can see in the dark. They're not moving, just chanting in kind of rhythm. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So, I info dump location kind of deal. I was like, perhaps it would be best if we check this other passageway. Maybe there's a vantage point that if there's an encounter, then me and dear Marick could help you from above, like the friendly skies, if you will.
We're
We're quite cowardly in nature.
I noticed. I'm always a fan of trying to find out the way to get the drop on anyone, so I've finally done down the.
All right.
I'll bring the light, Trill says.
Yeah, I'll lead the way down this pathway.
Okay. So, as you go down the hallway, it appears to be a prison. They've got little alcoves where shackles hanging down, and what would have been bones have pretty much just decayed and rotted. And you can see little pieces of cracked remnants of bones, but nothing seems to be left in there. Give me a perception check, Ark.
Ooh, not great. 8.
Yeah, you don't see anything else down there.
I'll proceed in with the light close enough behind me, looking along the left wall to try to see, with the goal being, hey, is there any access into this watery...
So as you go farther down, you see on the very back wall towards me,
Yeah.
there is a human skeleton in a tattered black robe hanging there. Yeah.
I'll ask Syrdath? Syrdath. Does this robe look like the robes in the other room?
I have not seen a robe yet, to be honest with you.
Well, you've got a robe from one of the other rooms.
Oh, we did?
He's got it in his inventory.
Okay.
I thought he told me he saw some cloaked
Yeah,
figures in his
yeah.
Oh,
cloak,
yeah.
Yeah, it
Black
looks very
cloak.
similar. It's a
A
black.
nice, the black nice coat.
Yeah,
What
similar.
What does my perception in that hallway illuminate?
Go ahead.
Well, that would be 22.
You notice.
A lot more than I saw.
Yeah, you notice there's a ring, a golden ring on the skeleton, and you also notice what appears to be a secret door right off to your right.
All right. So which secret door?
This
secret
way.
door? Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Off to his right, or into the water room.
towards the water room, but it's a small door. Do you open it?
Not yet. I will get married.
Okay.
So the ring is on the finger.
Yeah,
of
down at the end of the
cloaked
tunnel.
figure.
How does the robe look?
Come here, dear friend.
It
Come
looks
here, dear
tattered.
friend. Let's check this out.
The one he's got kind of on his side.
Yeah, I'll
quite
try to
nice.
look at the ring, but I don't know if it's apparently
So we're gonna
detect
examine it.
magic in this is a first level spell.
Mhm.
Wow, that's quite a bit different.
You can.
I don't know if this is magic or not.
If you take ritual casting, you can do it in 10 minutes, but or you can ritual cast.
But in that case, I don't mind taking the ring.
Okay, you
Unless-
take the ring. Looking at it, and I'm just going to give this to you. Looking at it, you think, just when you write it down, it looks to be about 25 gold worth of gold ring. And I'll just give it to you. Yeah.
How's the robe?
You've seen the
The
valuables
robe is
before.
tattered.
Tattered,
tattered.
eaten, kind of got some mold growing on it.
So folks, looks okay. So folks, there's a hidden door going to the water room.
Yeah.
I'm really
Yeah,
excited about
it
this.
looks to be kind of stone, but you can see the crease in it. So when you push on it, it'll open if you want to.
Yeah. So this sounds better than wading through water.
Yeah.
Are we cool?
I suppose if you lead the way, go in, see what they're doing, and I'll be
All right.
close enough behind you.
That's.
Jump in.
Would we say it was right? Does it matter, Jason?
It doesn't matter. I'll let you in. It doesn't matter.
Ta-da! Somewhere in here then. That looks good.
Okay. So you push on it, and
Stealthily.
yeah, sure. Sure. It opens up into.
I'll tell Trill, hey, douse the light for a second. Is there a light coming from this room that you saw, Syrdath?
Yeah, there was no light. I don't think there was light, was there?
I don't think so, but I'll check in a sec. So yeah, that opens up. And we'll just do that. So opens up into there, and as you look in, the chanting stops as you peer into this 40-foot square room. The smooth masonry walls provide excellent acoustics. Featureless stone pillars supporting the ceiling, and a breach in the west wall leads to a dark cave heaped with refuse. That's the refuse, yeah. Murky water covers most of the floor. Stairs lead up to a dry stone ledges that hug the walls. In the middle of the room, more stairs rise to form an octagonal dais that also rises above the water. Rusty chains with shackles dangle from the ceiling directly above the stone altar mounted on the dais. The altar is carved with hideous depictions of grasping ghouls and is stained with dry blood. So that's what you see looking in. Also,
I quickly, because I assume that our sight's limited because we have the one torch, right?
Your sight's limited.
Yeah.
and also you see
Are you human as well?
I am.
Okay.
one,
They
two.
don't look so tough.
Yeah, this is just to differentiate them. 4, and I'll just say there are 4 cultists there in black robes. 2 are female, 2 are male.
So we thought they were DuckTales figurines. That was
They are Munchkin Shakespeare figurines. That's what those are.
That's a good game.
Yeah. So they're there and they're just chanting and saying the same thing over and over again, and they're not even paying attention to you right now.
Do I see any Liz-shaped NPCs in this room?
Not yet.
Okay.
Hey, wait. Before we go in there, I grab my inventory, I pull out a torch, and I say, I cast a spell. I say, Handy Andy, and a little floating hand pops up.
Oh, so you do Mage Hand?
Yes.
Ordinarily, what Mage Hand would look like is a blue spectral form. When you cast it here, it's off. It looks like a skeletal hand. And you've never seen that happen before. Still seems to follow your commands, but it's...
I don't like the look of it.
Yeah.
I don't really dig your aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's... Trill looks at you and is like, so, did you mean to do that?
Yeah, I meant to cast a hand, but it looks off. Anyways,
Probably
light the
nothing to worry about.
torch, give it to Handy Mandy here.
Okay. So your skeletal hand wraps around the torch and holds it up and floats in the air.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a very neat trick.
The Lancelot's kind of whimpering in your coat, seeing the, you know,
The extra
the
light.
chanting 4 figures out there and stuff. And
It's okay.
the acoustics, it is like the chanting is bouncing off the walls. It's
So I just kind of instruct the hand to float around the room so we get a better
so you go up
layout.
to the dais.
Mm-hmm.
It lights it up. Yeah.
Is there any torches or anything else on the walls that we can light? Any?
Yeah, you could have it go around and it lights some
Yep.
old scotches. Now some of them kind of spitter and burn out quickly. Some of them kind of stay lit.
All right.
I'll say for the purpose of this, the whole room's illuminated at this point.
All right. Who wants to yell at these people? I mean, talk nicely.
If you want to take a shot and then I'll run up.
I would like to kind of like get a creep up here to get a vantage point, and I will do Overwatch if that's okay. Like, I will back your all's play.
It's fine with me.
You good with that?
Yeah.
Are we doing this like before the floating torch goes out? We'll get in this plan and then that'll happen simultaneously.
Oh, well, the torches already went around and lit.
I already had torch.
I'll let you guys go in though. I mean,
Because
they're
not.
not doing anything.
Yeah. So they haven't paid any attention to us. Who is the best talker to want to try to? Trill, you seem like you're better with people than I am.
I'll take care of this. And
I'll say there's really no point talking at this point.
Trill wades up through the water.
Start hewing our way across, finding some answers.
Well, but we might be able to get some
She
answers
wades
from
up,
them.
goes up to the dais.
Find a lot better of this.
As she gets to the dais, more pop out.
That's what I was afraid of. I told you.
And as you get
I'm
there,
going to swing it.
there appears to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's Macbeth.
10, 11, 12, 13.
Stop getting people.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just full of these people chanting, and
Where did they all come from?
they just appear.
Apparated?
Yeah, apparated. And the chanting rises more as 13 dark apparitions appear on the ledges overlooking the room. Each one resembles a black robed figure holding a torch. The torch's fire, now it's really bright in here, is black and seems to draw the light from your torches into it. Now it's darkening.
Okay, let's just not swing it. Let's go for it.
All
But where you'd expect to see faces, there are voids, just dark voids. So you got the appearance of male and female, but the faces are just
Now we
dark.
don't feel bad for killing them.
Anything else in this room? The wall was
What
light.
more?
They
Anything fewer in this room, please? No, I don't.
If we can find something to.
Maybe like a dangling chandelier above 3 or 4 of them that we could surreptitiously cut.
There's
Or
like 4.
firebolt?
Whatever.
So, and there's an altar there, and it's got blood on it. It looks like tons of blood on it.
Still? There's not been anybody down
And then
there.
they start chanting through these faceless voids, "One must die, one must die, one must die," over and over and over again.
I'm looking at you. Just fire an arrow.
All right. Can I have a good vantage point
Sure.
for sneak attack? Do I get my sneak attack?
Sure.
Okay. So who looks the most like they need an arrow in the face?
There's 13 of these ghostly apparitions.
Also,
No face.
face, because
Yeah.
they got no.
Trill, get back here!
All right. So let's see, I'm going with my short bow.
Let's do initiative.
Oh,
Yeah, that
initiative.
makes
Okay.
sense.
Is that D20 as well?
Yeah.
D20 as well.
But I'll let you get this shot at.
All right.
17.
Okay.
15.
Oh, let me get everybody's names. Okay.
Put
Arc.
Arc at the bottom. I got an 8.
Okay. 8 for
Yeah.
Arc. 8, and you got what, John?
17.
17 for Marick. Okay.
15 for Syrdath.
Syrdath. 15, and Trill got. Trill got 4. Okay, Marick, you're up.
I shoot at
Well, after you shoot, what'd you do?
Okay, I need to just go
Yeah.
ahead and
Sneak
roll.
attack on this orange guy here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. 4 plus what? Short bow.
8.
8. Yeah.
8, you know what? It looks like it goes kind of straight through an arm, hits the wall, bounces off. Didn't even connect.
Shit.
And they don't stop chanting at all. One must die. One must die, over and over again.
Okay.
Marick.
I attempt to shoot a fireball
Okay.
at the altar.
Where Trill is?
Ball or fire bolt?
Firebolts.
Okay.
Okay.
Or whatever it is.
I was going to say fireball.
Yeah, firebolt.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Whew. Okay, firebolt at the altar, so you're going to
Incinerate.
Okay, so you're going to try to hit the altar. Okay.
Trying to hit the altar.
Okay. You're shooting around. Are you going to move first? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I can hold an
Yeah.
action till after she goes, if that would be.
No, go ahead. I'll let you shoot at it.
Okay. 10 hit.
Sure. Yeah, it hits the altar.
Could make a broadside of an altar.
Yeah.
For 4 points of damage.
Fire hits the altar. It's mostly made of stone. You kind of scorch it a bit. It's also very wet down here. So it looks like you scorched the altar, but you didn't like blow it up or destroy it or anything. Some of the blood on it kind of got burned off. In fact, it smells like iron and sulfur. Yep. Next is Ark.
Okay.
No, yeah, Syrdath. Sorry, Syrdath gets his turn. Sorry.
Syrdath. Okay, I need to try. Since I'm kind of upset that that's not doing anything because they're very apparition-y. I want to try to figure out what is best way to get rid of these things here. So, altar, I guess.
Nolly is to I don't know what roll to religion to know how to deal with these.
You could do a religion check if that's what you want to use.
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
10. Shoot.
Yeah, you don't. It seems really, really creepy, and this house just is unsettling. You still feel a little bit of that thorn in you that just wants to run and hide.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea, actually. I'd like to...
You're thinking maybe your colleague that ran away into the mist had the right idea. Fest.
Okay, so I'd like to just take up off, like, I'm gonna dash off and hide back here.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I'm just recouping.
Yep. So you move. I guess you did a
Action, and then I just
Okay,
did
yeah.
my second round.
Can you bonus action hide?
Yes,
Yes.
rogues can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I've never hit before. And I'm sure 6 doesn't do it with whatever.
Well, we don't know.
Stealth.
Yeah, stealth. Big 4, 10.
10? Okay.
I'm wrong.
Now it's Ark's turn.
Okay, I'm running up to this guy right here with my great axe and taking a swing.
Okay, go for it.
I'm average intelligence, but this is all happening so fast I might not have had the opportunity to see. That's a nat 20 with my great axe.
Great.
Should I even roll damage?
No.
I wasted it.
You bring your 20 down, your nat 20, you just go to cleave it and you just go straight through.
There's probably
And-
a loud clang
Yeah,
all through the...
hits the stone floor, clank, you worry you chipped your axe a little bit, and it just doesn't stop, doesn't move, doesn't even acknowledge your
Then
presence.
I'll continue. Is he still there?
Yeah, still there.
Okay, then I'm going to continue my move past him a little bit and kind of like...
As you go past there,
Yeah.
you do see a big mound of vegetation and decay and rot
In this room?
in that room. It's taken up the whole room. It's not moving or anything, but it just looks like just filth and refuse piled there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you see.
Okay. I'll shout at the other companions. I don't think we're going to be able to kill these with, weapons. Plus, this room smells terrible.
Trill's turn. Should I leave? Should I leave the dais? I'm not gonna kill anyone.
Leave the.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna, cause she's just gonna try to push the thing over and it won't budge, and then she's gonna go through the water. The moment she steps into the water, going back towards you guys, the chanting changes to Lorgoth, the Decayer. We awaken you, and they all turn to that alcove right next to you, literally right next to you. And I have to roll initiative.
You got anything big I can put
Oh
there
my gosh.
for you guys?
A house plant or something?
Yeah. It's gonna be.
Feed me.
It must be veg.
Let's use this
Must
for you
be
guys.
Fresh.
Yeah. I looked for one of these at the Rusty Scabbard. They didn't have one, so sorry. This thing rises up.
Question.
Yes.
Should that have something on it?
Yeah, it should. It's still recording. It's just.
It's just asleep.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And actually, I'll put you in charge of making sure this stays on for now. It's top of the initiative, and it actually beat all of you on an initiative roll, so I'm going to move it to the top.
Any chance it's going to target anything other than me?
Probably not. And give me a. I'll allow you to have another perception check just because you're so close. Give me another one as it kind of comes up through the.
That's better. That's a 16.
16. Okay, you notice interwoven into all this mess and decay appears to be a tiny child's bones.
About the same size as the child that led me in?
No, even
No.
smaller, like a
Different
baby.
size.
It's Walter.
that's
Was it
awesome.
Walter or what was the
That was the baby's name.
Walter? Oh.
Oh.
Yep. Okay, it's and it comes out and it is going to.
I'm sad now.
Guys,
Yeah.
Hiding.
It's going to pull out these tendrils of
sure.
nasty and just try to slam
I
at
actually
you.
have resistance to tendril damage.
Oh, okay.
No,
That's oh gosh, yeah.
What's it called?
25?
To hit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Mm-hmm.
Anime porn resistance, is that the name?
Oh God.
Take
Alright.
Take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Holy.
I'm not super excited about
Poor
that.
Walter is mad.
Senpai.
And then it's going to try to hit you again.
Oh, come on.
18 hit?
Yep.
Oh. That's 16 points.
Yeah, I'm down.
And it engulfs you. It pulls you in.
Great.
Jeez. Okay, you guys just see him get engulfed.
Well, we lost another friend.
Yep. And for those at home, they suggest that you retcon this creature, but I left it in. So, but here we are.
And we've now learned why.
Yeah. So next up is, it'll be okay. Maybe. Marick.
Okay. I will take a shot at it.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. You use some fire.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a 21.
Okay. Your firebolt comes out and smacks right into it, singeing some of it.
For 9 points.
9. It looks like the fire's not burning it as much as you would have hoped, but it has done some. And that takes it down to, oh my gosh. Yep. Okay.
Dead already. Dang. Well,
So, Syrdath.
okay. I will sneak back into the scene
Mm-hmm.
and take my target of opportunity shot.
Can I move?
Yeah, well, you could have
Yeah,
moved.
you could move.
Go ahead.
Okay. Move me as far away from this thing as possible.
Okay. Oh, and all 13, after they do that, they disappear. After they summon the... There we go.
Well, we cleared the room out.
Yeah.
Good job.
So experience for
Holy-
13 different
Okay,
apparitions,
so
right?
what are you doing, Syrdath?
I am wanting to ease back in and
Yeah.
take a little target of opportunity shot.
Okay.
And where the heck did I put my die? Don't be bad. Oh, thank you. It was a 19.
Hits.
So,
That might be a crit.
let's see.
No, not with a bow.
Get off a bow.
Yep. You sink an arrow right into it.
All right. So it's with that being my. Is that 2d10 with it being my sneak attack kind of thing? I said target of opportunity.
Yeah. You were coming out from the room, so it didn't see you.
All right, so 2d6 plus 2. You said were we just doing 1 and then multiply it by 2, or do you want me to roll 2 die? I can't remember.
Just do 1 and multiply by 2. That's fine.
4, so it'd be 6 damage with piercing.
Yeah. Yep. So,
Shink.
okay. Is that it for you?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Art, give me a death save. Welcome to the game.
4.
That's a fail. Trill's turn. I'm going to make an intelligence check for Trill. Okay. That's 17 plus...
0.
Yep, 0, so 17's enough to know. She's going to run up.
Lay on hands.
Yeah, she's spent her lay on hands, and she would need a long rest to get it back, although she does have... Oh, she does have a spell. Cure Wounds. I can Cure Wounds you.
That'd be cool.
So she will do that. Take 6 points of healing.
Okay.
Is that a point blank thing, or was she not actually?
She can reach in. He's got parts of his body sticking out. Even in the picture, when it's engulfed someone, you can see parts of the body. I'm gonna allow it. He's mostly engulfed, but he's been healed back up. Now, she notices the baby. It's kind of the baby bones are kind of like right on the outside of it there too. She's gonna grab onto Ark though.
Yeah.
Well, that's a standard. She did a move, bonus action grab on.
She's done.
She's done. She's just gonna reach out and grab him. That's it.
Alright.
Okay. And she's gonna say, "Hold on."
I do so.
Yeah. And top of the round goes up to its turn. It's going to go after Trill. Ooh. And now it's starting to roll crappy. 10 misses.
Like how it does.
Yeah. Natural 20. Okay. She takes 14 points of damage. And that's it for its attacks. It's going to... Ooh. It's going to... Make me a saving throw, Ark.
What kind?
Constitution.
I'm good at those.
Should be good for you.
13.
Okay. Yeah. You take 3 more points of damage as it starts to crush you a bit.
Good.
And that's it for its turn. It's not even going to move. It's going to stay there. And Marick. Yeah. Your puppy is freaking out.
Well, I'm as far away from it as I can be.
Not really.
Well,
We could be much further.
Throw the dog at it.
huh.
You do remember it was asking you to sacrifice something, and briefly in your terrified mind you think, oh, I could, the puppy.
No, I'm not evil though.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just saying, there are things...
In the arms of an angel.
What I'm gonna do
Maybe the dog
society
can
thing.
fetch one of the bones and
is
do something to it.
let's see. Okay. I cast a minor illusion.
Okay. What's the save on resisting that? Do you know?
Save a. You create a sound or an image of an object within range. Lasts for the duration. Illusion also ends if you dismiss it. If a creature uses its action to examine the sound or image, the creature can determine that it is an illusion with a successful intelligence check against DC. Creature discerns the illusion. So.
Okay.
What
What are you going to make?
I'm gonna make the image of the nurse. What in my mind, what the nursemaid or no, the father of the house from the picture.
Okay. Yeah.
Look,
Yep, Gustav. Yeah.
Gustav.
Durst.
He's gonna.
What do he look like in that painting?
He's
Okay.
gonna be here with
Okay.
a dagger.
He appears with
with
a
a
dagger.
dagger in his hand.
Okay. And he's making some noise? Because you can make noises?
He says, "I will be the sacrifice."
Okay, he's doing that? Okay. Okay. That's fine. Anything else on your turn?
I just have the mage hand come to me.
Okay. Skeletal, it moves towards you. Yeah.
There's a method to my madness.
Oh, when they disappeared, their black torches made the light pop back up on me. Syrdath.
Can I see the skeletal baby?
Mm-hmm.
Can I take a shot at the skeletal baby?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
I feel so bad for the baby.
Yeah.
Poor little
It's
bastard.
a horrible monster, but geez.
All right, so that'd be 16.
At least I say
Yeah.
he was a bastard.
You
So,
give me some damage.
Yeah.
I guess this would just be. That'd be 7 since I'm not. I guess I don't get a sneak attack on this.
You pull back and let loose your arrow, and it flies right into that little baby skeleton. It cracks it, and it crumbles into dust. And as it does that, the whole mound slides off of you. You stop feeling the crushing pressure arc, and it just all the refuse just falls to the ground, limp.
You hear
So is it gone?
Yeah, it appears to be on the ground, gone.
All right.
After that, you hear kind of mumblings throughout the walls. Death has been defeated. The death has not been awakened. The praised one is gone. And the house starts shaking.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, there's one thing I want to do. So I tried to get the remains of the skeleton that crumbled in
It's
ash.
dust.
Just completely gone. I
Yeah,
can't get any of the
dust.
dust stuff.
It was barely hanging on. 7 points of damage. Just crumbled the whole thing.
Okay, I was trying to give last rites to the poor little baby.
Yeah, I mean, you don't believe. You just saw it go up in kind of a cloud of smoke. So.
Well, I'm gonna leave that image there.
I'm already back at portcullis.
Yeah, the portcullis is there. Do you want to try to lift it up?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And we'll go out of initiative here.
Is that a strength check?
Yes.
15.
15. Let's see. The portcullis is.
Hey, Trill, say a prayer for the little guy.
You kind of get it up a couple of inches, and then you have to let it back down again.
Okay.
It's too
I'll
much.
try it again in here in a second.
I say screw it, and I start heading out the way we came in.
Okay. You go out the way you came in. I'll say move your 30 feet. Or double move if you want.
Yeah.
Because you can use your move in a standard.
So where would that double move put us? Like,
Probably up to this. Yeah. 60. Yeah.
Is that what everybody's gonna do?
60. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what Trill's gonna do. She's gonna take her torch and she's going to run. She's gonna be stoic about it, right? You know, she's gonna be like, you know, that fast walking, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60. Okay.
You just see the jerk of the papa still sitting there.
And for time, are you gonna try to lift it up again, or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, give it a shot.
Can I assist him?
You can assist him. You
From the other
have
side?
advantage. Yeah.
So you just go up and sits.
Man, my rolls have been terrible. Highest there is a 13.
Yeah, it's not coming up.
Okay, I'm raging now.
Okay.
Use up one of my rages because I'm furious. There we go, 20.
You pick it up and you do that whole press all the way up, and it's all the way up you can go through, and you can drop it and let it fall on the other side of you. Yeah. You do that, splashes in the water, the place is shaking. You guys, for expediency, you make it up the stairs, or you're going out the trap doorway?
Yep.
You go out the trap doorway.
As I grab the Strahd statue.
You're gonna grab the Strahd statue? Okay.
Or the orb. I mean, the whole. How big's the statue?
Okay.
And
What is it? There was stuff in that room.
There was stuff in here too, right?
There's like little odds and ends, but I
Nothing.
thought you guys ran past that. Are you gonna grab stuff from in there? Or?
I don't care about anything here. I just like there was something of interest. Like
There was the orb that was covered up, and there was the Strahd, you believe, statue with the wolf. And
But it
was
was a
wooden
full
statue.
size.
The full size statue.
Oh, we'll just get the orb
Okay, as you go up and you grab the orb.
with the bag of flesh.
I'm still
No,
dashing.
the cloth is
Yeah.
still on it.
Still dashing.
Yeah. No, let's do this
I
now.
done screwed this up.
As you do that,
Oh no, I made a mistake, guys.
yeah, give me your character.
Okay.
So we're all.
He is this one?
Yep, that's his. There's you're grabbing that. A shadow comes out.
Oh. We are all still-
And that's the stairway out. So now we need an
We were doing
initiative.
this.
Really?
Yeah. A dark, shadowy creature comes out as you touch the orb.
19.
19. 17. Okay.
3. Well, that's I got a critical failure one thing or whatever, but
Trill.
oh my god, I should have done
What'd
that.
you get?
10.
10.
I thought it was narrative.
Dark. And Syrdath. Death, and then the shadow. Okay, Marick. The house is shaking and all that.
I shoot the shadow
Okay, shoot the shadow.
for 22
Hits.
hits. It takes 10 damage.
Okay.
Best I can do, guys. Best I can do.
Nice.
Pull up shadow in the monster manual real quick.
Is this the shadow?
Yeah. Actually, is that it? It's either that or
It's
this one.
fine. It's just use that. I feel bad we haven't introduced the NPC yet.
Yeah, we're almost there. Sorry.
I had to screw this up. I'm sorry. My greed got the best of me.
He's a
Hey,
drow.
this is not my first Rhodian Dio, so
Man. Sorry. Yep, that hits. Okay. It yeah, did some damage to it. A little puff of shadow cleared up.
Incinerate.
Yeah. And what else do you do? Anything?
I am hugging the trapdoor exit here.
Are you going up it?
Not yet.
Okay, so you're just gonna stand on the side of it?
Yep.
Okay. Put your guy on the side. Is he there?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Next up is Trill. Trill's going to what would Trill do? Different characters would play Trill differently. I think Trill would
Trill's
probably.
just 3 personalities in a trench coat at this point.
Yeah. Trill's gonna run up and attack the shadow too, so if you'll put her by it. And she'll say, "Don't touch the orb."
You should have said that before.
She misses, she whiffs. Just goes right by it. She's just scared and and then so she moved 5'10", and then she's going to do the rest of her movement towards the door and get an attack of opportunity. And it's gonna miss. And she'll 15 feet, that's it. And then it's Arc.
I'm still raging at this point from the portcullis, and I'm furious. And
Have you? It's been a round. Have you taken damage or attacked anyone?
well, that's what I'm about to do. I figure
okay,
I'm still in
gotcha.
the midst of this. I'm
Yeah.
running up and swinging.
Okay.
I'm rationalizing why I'm going to make a bad
Sure.
decision.
Yeah.
So I'm running up here. I am going to do reckless attack, and I'm just going for it.
Okay.
Reckless attack means I get advantage on melee attacks against
Sure.
enemies, but they get advantage on melee
Yep,
attacks
yep.
against me. 18 plus 23.
Hits.
I'm going to add 2 to this. 3. So 3 plus my strength, so 6, 8 total.
Yeah, 8 total. Nice. Okay. And Syrdath.
I have
Anything else after that? Or just
No, I'm swinging.
I have that silver sword,
Yep.
so I'd like to swing the silver sword at the
I think
shadow.
because I'm right next to it, you might have
Advantage. Well, would he get advantage?
hilarity.
How does advantage work?
Does he have advantage next to I know you can do sneak
The
attacks since you're right
rogues
there.
get sneak attack if they have an ally next to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'd give you. Yeah.
I just rolled a 5, so it would have been 9. So I think I whiff.
Okay.
Even with advantage.
Okay.
Well,
You.
advantage would let you roll again.
Yeah, you get another dice.
Oh, I get another die to
Yep.
roll. This is better. This is 18.
That hits.
Okay, so that'd be 6. And
You
if
get
I had advantage, so it'd be
You get sneak attack too.
sneak attack would be 12 then.
Okay.
14.
Plus the damage with the. Okay.
No, that'd be 16. That'd be 16 damage.
It disappears.
Poof.
It evaporates. And you didn't get the orb. As soon as you touched it, it popped out. The orb is still in the hand.
No.
Okay. And the building continues to shake. We'll drop out of initiative now.
Alright.
You guys go up through into the room on the first floor, which is like the wolf's, the wolf's den room. As you get up there, all the windows start breaking over. Bricks are filling into where the glass were.
Wait, what about all the nice books?
And as you look into the doorways, you see blades start jutting out through the doors. So if you go through the doors, you're gonna have to do some acrobatic tests to dodge the blades. And if you can try to bust through the walls.
I'm busting through the walls.
Okay. There appears to be, I think there's just one wall to get outside from there. You can try to go through that and give me a...
Is it like the windows are getting bricked over, or?
Yeah, the windows are just bricking up. They're just
Okay.
stacking up red brick on top of red brick on top of red brick.
Okay.
If you do make this, you gotta make a barbarian Kool-Aid man noise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm busting through.
Okay.
What do I need? What do I need to roll?
That's a strength check.
Okay, I'm raging. I get advantage on some strength checks. Because I'm still furious. 19.
Yeah, you you hit this exterior wall, and you bust a hole into it. Now, it's I mean,
It's this shaped.
yeah, it's brick, and
Like
you just
Cactar?
now as you bust through it, swarms of rats start falling out of the wall, but the hole opens up. But a swarm of rats starts filling into the interior of the room. They're not coming outside, but you bust through it. That's going to take half your movement. I'll let you do the rest
That's
of it
fine.
to get out. The mist is disappearing as you get out into the street. The children are no longer in the street, but you can see in the interior rats are starting to pull out through the hole in the wall. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna dive out.
Okay, you dive out. Yeah, you dive out. None of the rats bite you. You get out.
I dive out.
Okay. Same
I'm
thing.
very dexterous.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
That's the wizard.
Okay. Give me.
Acrobatics.
Well, I'm gonna say he made a big enough hole. He just busted through. You guys can go through, but I'm trying to. Okay. But you, Syrdath, as you're going through, you take 4 points of damage as the rats bite you on your way out. And Trill's gonna try to do the same thing. And she's just gonna try to like swipe her sword as she's going through to kind of clear it out, kind of like going through a jungle with a machete. And yeah, she doesn't do a good job. She's missing the rats. The rats are missing her. They're biting at her, and her armor is strong enough to protect her. And she gets out. As you guys get out, the house stops shaking, and the hole you busted through the wall slowly starts repairing itself and filling in. You're seeing boards start to slowly rise and fill in.
I shoot at the house.
Okay, you're gonna shoot at the house, yeah. Yeah.
Attack the darkness.
11.
Sure.
Is that old
Yeah.
PS2 summer reference?
10 points of fire damage.
The house starts burning and starts going up. Now at this point, when you guys get out of the house, it looks to be kind of you guys have been going all day. You're not to a point of exhaustion yet, but you're getting close.
I am.
Yeah, you are. I'll give you a point because you didn't start this game with hits, so you get a point of exhaustion, and we can go into what that does when we need to. But you're back into Barovia, which I will.
Do you need
put
it
on? We don't need that map anymore. We're done with that.
So is the house on fire?
The house is on fire. It's burning.
Yes.
Is it possible for you to share that map to me and I could pull this up on the tablet for us all to see? Maybe after we take a intermission.
Yeah. And at this point, that's the village of Barovia. At this point, you guys are all level 3, so we should take a break and let you guys level. So we'll do that now, and we'll go from there. And hopefully soon we'll introduce Liz.
What's going on in the world? This is the only thing that matters.
All right.
But if you're not that obsessive, you won't make it through.
Right?
I can say from personal experience.
We're back. Okay.
Spoken like a
So
English
you
major.
guys made it out of Durst Manor, the Death House, and you're out in the street. It's a little rainy. The fog has dissipated. You can see the castle looming over the town of Barovia. You hear kind of the loud wailing that you heard before, and a creaking sound. And if you all give me a perception check, the house is burning, so you can hear it burning in the background.
Stop rolling that one.
Oh, 24.
10.
Okay. Syrdath, I guess you get the highest. You see kind of a figure. It looks like a humanoid figure, kind of slumped over, hooded because of the slight drizzle coming down, but the fire is still burning even with that. And it kind of stops, and it's got a little cart, and it sees you, and it starts moving your way and kind of squeaking in the wheels coming along the cobblestones heading your way. It looks like the cart was coming up from a house and then turned your way. So as the figure approaches, are you guys doing anything?
Gripping my axe very tightly.
Okay.
I keep casting firebolt at the house.
An old woman, kind of stooped woman, comes up to you, and she kind of looks like the image there. She's got white hair and is just a little. She's got kind of a smile, and she goes, "Well, hello, dearies. What brings you outside of Oh, the house is on fire again, I see.
Again?
Oh, every so often, every so many years. I think about a year ago, some folks came in town and set it on fire, and it burned down, and it always comes back.
It's a cursed house.
Well, yeah, it's the death house. Folks know not to go in it around here.
Wish somebody told
Is
me
there a
already.
sign anywhere that says do not enter?
Well, no, you calm down.
Yeah, incinerate.
What be your all's names? Folks around here call me Granny.
I'm not very comfortable with Granny.
Okay.
She
Okay.
looks so nice.
In my time in the woods,
Where
as
are
I-
we coming
Granny's
from?
usually our wolf or something. Where he's
Oh,
from?
well, yes, I don't often see folks of your ilk around here. You look a bit familiar there, lad, and you blonde. We don't get a lot of blondes around here, so it's nice seeing you. And Trill's just kind of like, yeah, it's nice to meet you.
Very brusque voice
She
all
is.
of a sudden.
So, you look like you're not from around here. What brings you to Barovia?
I'll
The mist. It is quite dreadful.
Incinerate.
You're still setting the house on fire? Okay. And she's like, well, I believe it's already on fire. Lad.
Calm down. Easy, Lancelot.
Perhaps you need to calm down. I have these pies I could sell you.
not interested.
They really take the edge off. A lot of the villagers quite like them. They bring a bit of happiness to this dreary town of ours.
Do the pies look like they have like bits of fingers in them?
No, they smell delicious, and they're just these baked pies, kind of with a little bit of cloth covering them up, keeping the rain off of them.
No thanks.
Well, I sell them to the locals for a fair price. So you came out of the mist, about a little over a year ago, I believe. Some other individuals came out of the mist here in town. It was a whole thing.
Where are they now?
Oh, well, the devil Strahd put them down.
That's what I was afraid of.
Who? What?
The devil Strahd. He's the lord of these lands. He lives in the castle.
They had that letter. You remember? It was-
They say he's a vampire.
Vampires break every law of nature. No desire to see him, no desire to meet him. I'm happy to get back to the woods near Fenway and move along.
Well, I don't know. I've never known of anyone but the Vistani to get out of Barovia.
The who?
Oh, the Vistani, the gypsies.
Where are they?
Well, they're about, I think there are 3 that are in the tavern here in town.
Alright, let's go with him.
They own it, and I believe there are encampments all over Barovia.
You can go to the tavern. Like, is there?
I
any
tell you
more-
what. You can have one of my pies for free on your way. It's
I
just
smack
kind
it
of
out of her
welcome.
hand. Can I make a roll?
You're gonna smack it out of her hand?
No, I don't like this
Rude.
old lady.
Okay.
I give her.
It's a 2. and
I'm getting ready to hand
Okay.
her.
You just kind of, and she's like, oh well, now that we'll have none of that. What?
I give her a gold piece.
She takes the gold. That's the market value for the pies, and she gives you a pie. It smells delicious. You have a pastry in your inventory now.
Well,
Okay. Pastry.
Put an asterisk by it, it's probably cursed.
Yeah, I'm not eating it.
we'll call
I'm
it-
creeped out at this point.
we'll call it the smack pie.
If you ever want any more, you just come looking for Granny. And then
Granny, is there any other death houses one might avoid around this place?
oh, that's the only one I've known of. It's been burned down a few
Is it,
times. It
yeah.
always comes back.
No death apartments or condos.
Has
No.
has city
No death
ordinance?
timeshares.
Is there like a sign,
Death
perhaps
hotel.
warning that you could put?
Well, the old burgomaster, I'm told he died a few days ago. So
Koylin Enderovich?
that's right. That's right. He had a son and a daughter. Perhaps one of them will take his stead. But this town, there's not a lot that goes out in this town, and we tend to keep to ourselves.
Except when you're walking around in the woods selling pies.
Well, on the street, everyone has to make a living, and I sell them for a fair price.
Going for pious.
It's not much, but it's honest work. I got that meme in my head now, the farmer.
So, it's nice meeting you.
Oh, it's a pleasure, a pleasure.
It's gonna turn out the pies give you like a ball. You're really sad you didn't buy one.
Oh yeah, Granny, there perhaps was he a dwarf or was he human?
Dwarf.
If a dwarf comes
Or
out,
the human that ran out into the mist.
I have to help him. But
All right.
but he's the rude Paladin. Anyway, but if a dwarf, rather sins possibly, comes out of the house, tell them that we were.
Oh,
asking
you
about it.
set fire to the house with someone in it.
Well, no, so someone got absorbed and eaten by the wall. So I don't really...
Oh
The walls
dear.
you set on fire
I set the house on fire.
Oh,
from the outside.
Yes.
Right.
Look, did you see how many rats were in the wall? I don't see how...
rats in the walls?
It's a Lovecraft story.
I've never went in. I've known.
It's actually very nice inside. You should try it.
Well, and then the houses on the other side of it look all beat up, but it looks like a nice upkept house, except it's on fire now and burning. The top floors are starting to fall in. It's starting to kind of collapse on itself, as you guys did here. And it's really, it's casting light all over the town, which is normally quite dark. I'll get back to selling my pies, and you gents, if you need, and lady, if you
Ladies,
need,
or lady,
yeah, it's Trill. If you need the services of Granny here, you just come calling.
The old lady.
So do you know who owned this little puppy?
That was a familiar.
May I see?
Yeah.
May I see the puppy? And do you give her the puppy?
I just let her see it.
And she pets it and she looks at the collar and she goes, "Oh, perhaps that was one of Mad Mary's pets. She's the one you can hear wailing. Poor Mad Mary."
Is that your sister?
No, she's not my sister. She's just crazy. You can hear her screaming at all hours of the day. Sometimes she falls asleep for a spell, but she wakes up screaming just as strong as before.
Okay.
Ate one of your pies?
I try to listen.
No, I've tried to sell her one, but she wouldn't open the door.
I try to listen. I don't hear any screaming.
You do. You actually hear.
Oh,
screaming.
do?
Yeah.
What direction?
It's down the way. But you guys are pretty tired. It is raining. It's kind of it's hard to tell daytime here because of the clouds covering up the sun so much. But is there anything else I can help you out with?
No.
Well, there's this tavern here in town you could go visit if you'd like. And there's a merchant, Gildraft's Merchants, I believe. I don't do a lot of shopping in town. I live out the way, but I'll best be with you. And she just kind of pushes her squeaky cart off and down the street and starts going by knocking on more doors. And yeah, that's it. What do you guys do?
I need now. You need
Yeah.
now?
Oh, I prefer white wine, but yeah, it's fine.
I gotta get my gold.
Okay.
I have gold.
So let me go back to jump
Mark
around.
is actually a pescatarian. So he drinks white wine because it goes well with fish. That's a character decision I've just made.
Oh my gosh, where's my? There we
He's
go.
not very cultured. He doesn't know that.
So eventually you walk down the main thoroughfare and you find a large tavern house. A single shaft of light thrusts illumination into the main square. Its brightness looks like a solid pillar of heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming this is the Blood on the Vine Tavern. Although when you get closer and take a look at it, the inn has been scratched over with an F, so it's it's Blood on
Blood of the Vine.
Blood of the Vine Tavern. Yeah, Blood of the Vine Tavern is what it looks like, and it looks like a scratch on it. And it's just kind of waving in the early morning kind of rain. Yep. You guys
Yeah, I mean,
push open. You guys push open and go in, and as you go in, a young man kind of stands up from one of the tables at the inn, and I will find his picture. There you go.
I didn't see the Mary picture, man. I don't know if I'd eat that pie.
She looks very friendly.
She was very pleasant to you.
She was.
And a gentleman steps up and he says, "Oh, hello, welcome." And you can see three women kind of sitting off to the front of the establishment. There's a gentleman in the back kind of just cleaning glasses and walking around cleaning glass one after another. And this man, imaged here with kind of long, blonde, grayish kind of hair, stands up and he goes, "Welcome, welcome. Let me buy you a drink, guests. My name is Ismark. Will you have a seat with me?"
Are you the owner of the bar? Or?
Oh, no. I'm commonly referred to as Ismark the Lesser because my father was the burgomaster in town, and I've been kind of in his shadow. And
You're saying Burgomaster?
Burgomaster, the
Colian.
oh yes, the mayor, the
Oh.
burgomaster of Barovia. He died some time ago, and I would like to talk to you about it. But if I could buy you all a drink, Eric, if I could have five glasses of wine, and Eric
Like timeshares.
kind of nods to him, and he says, "The Red Dragon Crush, if you don't mind. It's better than the Purple Mash, which leaves little bits of grape in your mouth. But we'll have that." And
It's great.
yeah. If you'll sit, and you guys sit down with him,
I do.
and he sits down and he says,
As I'm sitting, can I like rest up a little bit, like a little short rest as I'm drinking?
"Yeah, we could.
I'm
Well,
still,
we can count this as a short rest.
Okay.
You're sitting there talking to him, and he kind of leans over and he looks over at the three women sitting by the door, and he goes, my."
As he's talking, I'm fiddling in my back.
And he kind of waits for you to drink the wine a bit, so you're kind of invested, and he gives a little bit of money to Eric. Eric is kind of a bigger guy, but he doesn't have any expression on his face. Eric just goes back, and if you give me a perception check on
Yeah.
Eric.
14.
10.
14. You notice Eric seems to be clean glasses, and then he'll get back and he'll start cleaning the same
I'm
ones.
gonna smell the wine.
Smell the wine. It smells like wine.
Smells fine.
Yeah.
Just set it aside on the table. I go back into my backpack. I pull out a book and I start opening up and
You're just gonna read.
I'm reading and I'm jotting down notes
Okay.
and working.
Do the women have any expression?
The women are just they're not really paying much attention. They're just kind of glancing over there, and they're sitting there, and they're well dressed, kind of very colorful clothing, varying ages. One looks to be kind of an older sister, maybe. They look very similar.
No other patrons?
There's a couple hiding in the corner and not really talking, just kind of a pale, ragged dress.
Eric is the only remarkable.
Yeah.
That fact is the only thing that's
Mhm.
Okay.
And Ismark leans over and he says, I would like you to join me in helping with an issue with my sister, Irina Kolyana. She's been afflicted of late, and
Yes, we're summoned
summoned.
loosely
What are you talking about?
by the burgomaster.
I don't know what you speak of. My father died 3 days ago.
What the hell were you?
Will you hand it to him?
Is this not his signature?
Uh,
Is that the one that or was it this other one that got sent? I think it was this one.
This appears to be my father's handwriting. This does not. Yes, this one here, the one you found on the corpse, that appears to be my father's handwriting. I would know it anywhere. This other one, I do not recognize.
What do these say generally?
One was an invite into the town that was a bit more flowery. It said, "I, a lowly servant of Barovia, send honor to thee. We plead for thy to desperately needed assistance. The love of my life, Irina Kolyana, has been afflicted by an evil so deadly that even the good people of our village cannot protect her. She languishes from her wound, and I would have her saved from this menace. There is much wealth in this community. I offer all that might be had to thee and thy fellows, if thou shalt answer my desperate plea. Come quickly, for her time is at hand. All that I have shall be thine, Kolyana Indrolovich, burgomaster." That's the one.
Fake one?
That's the fake one. He doesn't recognize that at all. The other one is the one that says, "I am the burgomaster of Barovia. Send your honor with despair. My adopted daughter, the fair Irina Kolyana, has been these past nights bitten by a vampire. For over 400 years, this creature has drained the lifeblood of my people. Now, my dear Irina languishes and dies from unholy wound caused by this beast. He has become too powerful to conquer. So I say to you, give up for dead and leave this land which the symbols are lost or something. Let holy men call upon their power that the devil may be contained within the walls of weeping Barovia. Leave our sorrows to our graves and save the world from this evil fate of ours. There is much wealth and craft in our community. Return for your reward after we are all departed for a better life. So that one basically says stay alive. And he goes, yes, my father was quite down towards the end there. He was plagued by evils in his last days.
So far from what we witnessed, that's sound advice.
Let's keep our words down. The Vistani are spies for Strahd.
Oh, they're Vistani.
They're Vistani.
That's who we want to talk to. That's
The Vistani are the ones who
They're
know
spies.
the way
They work for Strahd, so let's not talk to. I
Do
want.
you know a creepy old lady that sells pies?
Oh yes.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
See that?
Yes.
Are they edible?
Oh, they're very edible, but I would stay away from the pies.
Stay away from the pies, is what I told you.
I would not eat the pies. Some people get a taste for them and they never let go.
If there's one thing that I learned in the woods, stay away from old ladies selling pies.
He's just trip over them.
So
many.
I would like. There's a town of Valaki that is a few days away from here. I would like to take my sister and flee to Valaki. I hear it's well defended, and at least get out of the gaze of this devil viewing us.
Can we get out of the fog?
Well, the fog surrounds all of Barovia, but the town of Valaki is just down.
So it's still in Barovia.
It's just down the Salvik Road. A few days from here, and if we could get my sister and leave immediately, I would greatly appreciate it.
I'm going to finish my drink quickly and then walk toward the bar for a refill.
Okay, where Eric is? Okay.
Well, and is that close? The women are by the entrance.
They're by the entrance, and they're sitting on kind of stools there, and they're just
I'll take
gossiping
like
to each
maybe
other.
a windy way to kind of go past there and try to glean some of their conversation that I can hear. And maybe it's nothing, but
Give me a perception check.
Yep. 13.
They're mostly just talking about the shape of you new men that have come in, your relative shape and what they think about you.
I'm flattered.
Yeah.
So I'll keep
Yeah.
going. And I just wanted to.
That's appealing.
That's all. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. And
it turns out they're into the dad bod.
Hey.
yeah.
Would it be possible to meet your sister before we make this decision?
Yeah. Yes. We can go to our mansion. Yes.
You have a mansion? You're fleeing a mansion? Wow.
Well, my father was the burgomaster of Barovia. We have a family residence that we've had for several generations.
So we'll take a day here, get a little rest, meet him somewhere else, and give us a chance to.
I can give you rest in my house.
Can we rest at your house?
I'd rather stay here for right now.
Oh,
We've had bad experiences with walking into houses.
you don't want to stay here with the Vistani.
You keep telling me that. But what? I'm still a little skeptical of any person telling me who I should and should not trust.
Well, my whole thing is that I don't know how much a room costs here,
I've got a few gold.
but free is better.
I can stay out in the woods. I don't care. I just don't want to go to his house right now until I had a chance to rest and recuperate and feel a little bit. If you guys want to stay here,
How far
You
away
are
is-
feeling a bit tired, and you guys are starting to get there too.
How far away is your home?
It's not far at all. It's just at the other end of town. It's the big building. It's safe. We've got the walls boarded.
Just talk brass tacks here. So if we were to help you relocate,
My sister, yes. Anything you want.
Can you get us out of the fog?
I don't have that power, and the only ones I know that do are the Vistani.
how do they do?
I don't know. I've never been privileged. I've been here my whole life in this terrible, dreadful town.
So it would benefit you to leave as well.
Yes, I would love to go with you. Yeah.
Well, we'll confer amongst ourselves, and we'll get back.
Do you guys get up and go away from the table, go someplace else? What do you do?
Maybe we get up out in a corner somewhere.
Trill just kind of says, "Nice to meet you."
Yeah,
Is Mark the lesser? Was it, or it just is Mark? It just is Mark, please.
That's an unfortunate name.
We'll use this thank you for the drinks, and then we'll go to another table and just kind of like, so we're screwed either way we go.
That's
kind
of
like at least it's free.
Right. So I don't want to stay in this godforsaken inn either. I don't even want to be in this area, this region. Okay.
He said that it was standing how we get out. And suddenly he's telling us that we shouldn't trust
They
him.
said Strahd, and like that's the guy who wrote the letter. Then it wasn't very nice.
Was he one of the gypsies?
No.
Do we know? Did you all have any inclination if
We encountered a letter that Strahd wrote to the owner of the death house, which was obviously not called the death house, and it did not paint him in. I cannot remember particulars, but it did not paint him
let me
in a-
ask him a meta question.
As you actually look at the letters and stuff you kept, everything you took from the house aged dramatically. So
Oh, poor doggy.
except for the dog. Except for the dog. The dog still looks like a ground rat. All the papers, all the items, it looks like they've aged a bit. Nothing broke necessarily that you guys have with you, but it
But
looks
it grew a goatee.
yeah, it looked like hundreds of years have passed on like parchment.
Let me ask a meta question.
Mhm.
Which direction is our NPC? Because we'll go that way. I just didn't know how.
I've been wanting to go to the house too, but yeah, I would say.
It's the house.
Okay, then I'll begrudgingly yes go there, but now I've got.
Okay,
I don't
well,
want to be there.
Thank you. Okay, so you guys go back and talk to Ismark.
You can camp in the woods outside the house.
I may just lay with my back against the tree
Sure.
for the evening.
So you you agree to go with Ismark to his mansion.
Yes.
Okay. So you head to the burgomaster's mansion, and a weary-looking mansion squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast astride, while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate, clang mindlessly precision, so it just keeps hitting kind of rhythmically.
On the way there,
Mhm.
a quick question: do we pass like a merchant or anybody sell some more?
There is a merchant's place, but Ismark's telling you he wants to go directly to his sister.
If there was somewhere I could, pawn off some of this stuff.
Oh, there is, but
It's on one of those.
he's not someone you want to deal with. But if you want to go later, I
Can
can
I
show
sell
you.
this stuff to you?
No, I don't have. I don't have need to buy any. I've got my weapon and I've got my sister, and that's all I care about right now.
Okay.
If you want to go to Gildrass, I can take you there. But
we'll do it tomorrow.
okay. This is quite urgent. I don't want my sister to die. The weeds choke out the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself, yet against the walls the growth has been tramped down to create a path about the domain. Heavy claw marks have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tell of fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with the stains of ill omen. So as you go up to the house,
Your house looks like shit, man.
yeah, well, welcome to Barovia. And he knocks and he goes, Irina, I've brought help.
Why are you knocking your own door? Do you have a key or something?
That's the troubling times. It's actually barred from the other.
I'll look at the other two like.
Yeah.
Look,
And Irina, if you would.
Ismark, is that you?
Yes. I've brought some new folks from out of town to help us.
What is the password?
What is the password? Yeah, it's
It's password. Let me in.
It's
1, 2, 3.
it's the morning lord's cries.
Capital P, I guess it's
And the Night Mother's blessing.
W.
The door unlocks.
Okay.
One.
I'm gonna
one,
move
one.
that mouse
One.
again. And as you go in, the door opens and you see Irina, and I will put up a picture of Irina. She's
Yeah.
zombie skeleton.
No,
I knew it.
she's just a girl.
Well,
and that's
I
she
got
doesn't
this
have the
on.
armor or the sword on. Those are that would be currently on the wall, and the walls are. The interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities are the boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols in every room, which are kind of a big sun. The burgomaster is in a side drawing room on the floor, lying in a simple wooden coffin, surrounded by wilting flowers and the faint odor of decay. So there's a body, and
Ew.
yeah, and Ismark says that's our father. He died a few days ago, and
Was he found in the woods?
no.
We found
Come in. You guys come in.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay.
We did.
Yeah.
if they do, I'll go in.
Okay, and yep, Trill comes in too, and
Let me guess, the door slams.
they close the door and they
suspiciously
board it
behind
up. They board it up afterwards. Okay. Irina, they're here to help get you out of town and get you to Valaki.
I told you I'm not going anywhere until Father is safely buried with a proper ceremony in the cemetery.
Okay, well,
What ailment? You spoke of an ailment towards you. What's that?
Oh, it is fine. I will be fine. It is the vampire. He seems obsessed with me for some reason. And the reason that poor Father's heart finally gave out is because he's been ruthlessly attacking our house night after night, trying to take me.
The house that you're expecting us to stay in.
Well,
it's
The house-
something
This one?
changed after Father died. We're not sure what. Maybe it was Father he was after all. After Father died, the last 3 nights, nothing. Total quiet.
See, total quiet. This is fine. It's like a breath.
That
mint.
is why I think it is probably safe for me to go to the cemetery in the daytime for a funeral.
Wait.
But Ismark, he says, no, it's too dangerous. No, leave the house. Strahd will get you.
What if we bury Father in the cemetery?
We could do a pyre.
we can all go
It is not helpful.
we can go together, but we must leave after Father's
you
buried.
think?
Is that agreeable?
I mean, you sure we burn stuff. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry.
Is it agreed that we can leave this town the moment our father is put into the dirt and his rights have been read?
I mean,
course.
after we rest, we can leave this town now. For all I give.
Okay. Well,
Shake
they've been
about.
on the road for a bit, and they want to rest up for a bit at our house. Do you think that would be a problem?
I don't think
You've
that
already
would-
invited. Hold on. Who's the lord of the house?
Well, technically I am, but I have a sister, and I don't want to impose upon her either. She's been through a lot.
You already invited us. We were at a nice inn. Why? Or not a nice inn, but we were at an inn if we weren't allowed.
You're allowed, and then we have some beds, and we can make you. And he just starts going, and
Ismark, you have to get used to being in charge.
well. What I need to do is kill that vile devil coming after you. And
I know, but also, you are the burgomaster now.
he starts pulling out some blankets and some pillows and stuff, and pulling them out, and pulls out like an old kind of a fainting couch, and pulls it out and starts throwing some pillows on it and stuff, and says, please make yourselves at home. I will go get some more wine and some food. And he's going to the kitchen, and he's trying
Can
to.
we get some food for the poor little puppy here?
Oh, yes. Yes. What do you call the puppy?
It said Lancelot on the tag.
Lancelot. I believe I've seen that. That's Mad Mary's pup. Okay.
Oh, Mad Mary.
Yes. And then
Apparently, she's not taking care of the dog, so I'll hold on
So,
to the little guy.
He's not really taking
he
care of
brings some
anything.
water and some food and puts it down and gets you guys comfortable
Puts
and
it down.
puts it down on the floor. How would you guys like to rest? Are you guys all sleeping at the same time? Are you doing watches in the house? He
Naked
says
in a pile.
he says I don't mind sitting up for a bit and just staying by the door if you want.
I would, I'll say this in character. I'd prefer to sleep by the door,
Okay.
find anything that's closest to the point of exit.
Okay.
So,
I just want to sleep and
Are
rest.
you
It's been
sure?
a. It's
Because
been
if
a.
Strahd comes
Very
in,
sure.
he eats you
no,
first.
fine. Smart. I thought you said it was quiet.
It is. It's joke.
Hilarious. It's like sit grumpy on the ground.
And at this point, he's gonna start going through the house and trying to pack up provisions.
Do you guys have a library?
We do.
Yeah, we probably have some books. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Huh?
It's the mayor's house. It's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
It's as I walk around.
Yeah.
His old library, not in best repair, but you are welcome to browse.
Okay. I go and browse the library, see if I can find anything.
You're
else.
not resting right now. You're just gonna go read books.
Well, I mean that's rest and relaxation for me, right?
It's not,
Until
It's not 8 hours of sleep, but okay. So you go
Well,
up
is
there.
it time? Do we need? Is it bedtime? Is that what you're telling me?
Well,
No.
you've been up and fighting. I mean, you guys have been going all.
All right. Yeah, I'll get some rest first then.
Okay.
I'm resting, and I do want to kind of
Okay.
add something in there if one does not mind.
Sure.
I really don't sleep. Of course, I don't sleep anyway because I'm an elf. I do,
Yeah.
Like, but it's different this time. Like I just feel different. Like I'm motionless, but yet here's what like all right, for those of you following at home, I picked the Revive class, which is something they're archetype that they're play testing right now, and it means I basically have lived before, and we'll figure out what that means later. But one of the things it says is you don't need to sleep. When you take a long rest, you must spend at least 4 hours in an active, motionless state rather than sleeping. In this state, you remain semi-conscious and can hear as normal.
Okay. So you're just sitting there. That's great. So you're just.
I can't sleep. I feel rested. I close my eyes or meditate, however, but like
Yeah.
I'm still hearing, and that's not.
And as you're getting there and laying to bed, remember that black lock you picked up?
Yeah.
And you've had that key around your neck the whole time.
Mhm.
You're kind of bloodied from the whole mess, and as you put your bloody hand on the key, a little spike shoots out and does a point of damage to you, and it drips blood onto the lock, and the lock pops open.
Ouch. That hurt. And okay, so I have an open lock.
You have an open lock and a key with a little spike coming out of the handle. Yeah.
Okay.
And you've had that key around your neck for as long as you can remember.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So you rest up, and 8 hours pass.
I won't point back.
When you come, everybody gets a full rest. When you come back through, and you're all at level 3. When you come back through, Irina is ready, and she's taken her armor and her sword off the wall, the family heirloom sword, and Ismark has packed up some supplies and raided the pantry, and he's got a backpack full of stuff on him, and he's like, okay, we'll carry Father up to the church.
Wait, before we go,
I go investigate the books. The first thing
Oh,
I get
sure.
up in
Oh,
the-
yes, books. Yeah, they're right up there, and he points you the direction.
I'll ask Ismark. Ismark, give me your word on your sister that you're not trying to kill us. Because everything we've run into so far in Barovia is trying to kill us.
He is right.
It's in my best interest that you live.
Give me
So
your
Threats.
word on her that you're not trying to kill us.
he gets very very serious and dour for a moment, and he pulls out a blade. He takes his hand,
One needle there, that's
and he
macabre.
pulls it across his hand, and he takes a point of damage. And he squeezes his hand, and he lets blood go down, and he says, "On my honor and on my blood, I want you to live
I didn't ask you.
as much as I want my sister to live. You will not. I'm not trying to harm you.
That's close to what I asked. That's fine.
As the Morning Lord watches over me, I would not harm you."
He's insane.
Talking about me or him?
You're paranoid. He's insane.
So
Have you seen where we live?
It's always gonna be me and you. Apparently.
So John, as Marick goes through the books, these are books on financing and on some of the history
Surviving vampires for dummies.
history of Barovia. It talks
The history
about
of Barovia is interesting. The
Yeah.
financings.
you flip through
Use
it.
for
It
the
talks of
outhouse.
several towns that used to be that were known at the time of the book in Barovia. There's Valaki. There's the town of Barovia. There's the town of, and I'm just looking at my map real quick, make sure I'm not missing anything. There's the town of
So there's maps in these?
Valaki and Kresk is one, yeah. And there's mention of another town called Berez as well. Yeah. So there's 4 towns in the whole of Barovia that's mentioned in the book.
Are there any maps or anything in here?
Not maps. It's just a description of like the lineage of like the old burgomasters from the other towns and stuff like that.
Okay, and that's the only thing of interest in here?
Yeah, everything else is just fanciful books, romances, that sort of thing.
So I take that one book.
Okay.
I go in and I ask, this book seems interesting. You guys care if I keep it?
We have no use.
Oh, you can have it. Thank you so much. Are we ready to get my father buried? Nighttime approaches in several hours, so we want to.
Yeah, let's make haste. I guess grab a shovel.
Well, no, we just grab and he goes and he grabs one end of the cask that he and Irina. He tells you we made this ourselves for our father, and it's a cask, but it's not like anything fancy.
It's a casket.
Casket.
A cask is a different thing.
Cask has wine. Yeah.
Amontillado.
Casket.
Demi
So
Francionato.
grab it up. You grab it up, and you guys start walking out.
Do you have
towards-
a horse,
I
wagon?
don't know. Horses are long since gone from Barovia. Well, from the town of Barovia. No, the Vistani sometimes with their carts have horses. I don't know.
Sounds like this thing here what we actually need.
Yeah.
Horses
And I've
going
seen
out,
I've
bringing-
seen Strahd's carriage every now and again with horses. Black, devilish looking things.
All right.
And then he will do.
So we'll go off and we'll speak to Donovich at the church about burying Papa.
Right here.
Okay. How
Okay.
far away is this?
It's not far. It's on the other side of town, but as you go to the church, it's kind of uphill.
Far this side.
Town's not very big. As you go up the hill, the church is setting off with a graveyard behind it, and it's I'll just describe it. It's atop the rise against the roots of the pillar stone that supports Castle Ravenloft stands a gray sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises towards the back, and flickering light shines through the holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. So it looks quite rough. And before we enter, I should tell you that Donovich's son, Doru, he's troubled. It's best not to make a big deal about it, and just let's just get this done and talk to Donovich and get out, okay? And he knocks on the door and he says, Donovich, we're here. It's Ismark, and an old man comes and opens the door, and I'll show you his picture.
Is that old pie lady?
Yeah. Hello.
You can't escape the pies.
Have you had my pie yet? That's Donovich, and he comes out and he's got bags under his eyes, and he's a bit obviously tired looking, and he says, "Oh, it's good to see you, Ismark, Arena, and you brought some new faces. Oh, and the poor burgomaster, I did hear he passed. I'm so sorry for your loss. Here to bury him, are you? Sometimes I guess the best way out is to pass on like this. Let's well, can some of you lads help me?" And then as he's talking to you, you hear from below the church kind of a scream come out. That's, "I'm hungry, Father." And he just acts like he didn't hear anything. And Donovich keeps going, Would you help me dig the grave?" And he grabs a shovel, and you strong lad, gives you a shovel, and those two, Donovich and Ark, go off and start digging a grave in the grave.
I go outside because I'm not listening to the crazy screaming kid.
I'll say to Marick, probably one too many of those pies.
Maybe.
And
Feed another one.
Right.
Ismark kind of gives Arena a knowing look and just kind of waits, and they carry the body of the burgomaster in and set him up and kind of start doing some preparations, just kind of making sure he's clean, shaven, and that sort of thing. Okay. And you see kind of Ismark, kind of a few tears kind of drop down as he's looking at him, and he's just kind of itching, kind of nervously moving back and forth, kind of wanting to get out.
I'll go over to Ismark. Is he in the?
He's in the church. You're with Donovich, kind of out digging them.
Okay.
And I'm kind of just standing out there watching you guys work.
So it's
Maybe Linda Hand, the Marick?
Need something on fire?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
Maybe my chain can get some dude out of the way a little bit.
scoops of. I think it's 5 pounds.
Okay, handy mandy.
5 pounds is a lot of dirt.
Oh, you're gonna
10
do mage
pounds,
hand?
actually.
10
Yeah.
pounds? Okay. You cast mage hand, and again, instead of that bluish spectral hand, it's bony skeletal fingers.
You should totally look into that.
And it goes down and it starts scooping some dirt, and Donovich is just kind of, right. Oh, you've got the magic in you, do you? And he just kind of giggles a little bit, and he just keeps digging. And after about an hour or so, it passes. The sun does get a little lower.
I am reading.
Dust starts to come down, and anyone near the house, of course, hears banging from downstairs, and "I'm so hungry!" coming out again. And
I'm not very tactful. I'll ask, what's his name, Donovich?
yes,
I'll ask Donovich, is it maybe anything we could do for the hungry person?
this is my son. He's been afflicted by that devil Strahd.
Well,
When you mean afflicted,
You don't want to feed him.
well, because we've got somebody that we've already afflicted as well, and they're not anything like not anything like.
And Ismark's like, best not to get into it. It's a touchy subject. Let's get my father buried and get out of here.
I'm kind of watching Lookout anyway, because they said Strahd may be here and they may make a move on her, so that's kind of what I'm wanting to send my action. Just
Okay, so you're just kind of keeping a wary eye out.
in fact, probably more toward the out of the main scene where I could actually be hidden. I mean, they know where I am, but I don't want.
And after did you just let it go, or do you keep pushing?
I'll let it.
Okay. They dig the grave, and they put in the old burgomaster and put the dirt back on him and cover him up. And Donovich kind of claps his hands together and goes, "Okay, well, I guess we best be saying a few words about the old burgomaster." And he details kind of a life lived to the best of his ability, leading the town of Barovia, and the Morning Lord watching over him and all that. They don't give me language in the book about what he says, but that's generally it. And as that happens, as it gets towards the end, he goes, "Well, that wish him the best. Again, sorry for your loss." And and he leans over and talks to Ismark, and he goes, "It's best if you get her out to Kresk, the Abbey in Kresk, or somewhere else, and get her out of town quickly." And as he's saying that, a black carriage pulls up on the dirt path by the church. 2 black horses, big black horses, in this fine carriage, and the door pops open, and the carriage driver steps down and kind of gets it and rolls out some steps that pop down, and out steps a finely dressed man. And at this point, I'll bring out the next map.
So when I have proficiency
Thanks
in
for your
something
help, guys.
mechanically, John, what does that do?
it gives you a bonus to it, and that you're training it. So you should also already have the
+2.
Yeah. So anytime you're proficient in something, you add that number to whatever the roll would be.
Okay.
and then also your modifier for that particular.
Okay. So these already added in for you.
Yeah, but with okay, cool. And with the arcane, with the revived
Ooh.
action. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But non-reds.
Okay.
With revived, I can pick up proficiency.
So.
And other things.
Yeah, for each rest. Like
Yeah.
I recall
Okay,
something.
so put your guys. Let's say this is the grave right here that you dug for the burgomaster.
Down in it.
Gonna need an arena.
Yep.
Nearby.
All right,
And I
and I'm hidden. Where did you say the carriage was, Jason?
Oh, I'll put it out there. It's
Probably right here would be my guess, right in front of you.
Oops, I knocked it over.
We'll say the carriage is.
Let me
Yeah,
guess.
the carriage is out here.
I was going
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah. He comes out. Yeah, and you're all there, and the carriage is out that way, and let's say.
Is this a mausoleum of sorts?
Or that, I mean, there's view behind the building there.
Pretty conspicuously a mausoleum.
Yeah, it is pretty conspicuous.
My daughter painted this one. You can use this one, or you can use this nude one.
We'll use the one with the
Yeah.
armor.
Okay.
Why is there a new one?
Well, sometimes you don't finish painting things. So you're all kind of around the grave.
I just thought the model itself was supposed
Is
to be.
Trill right there as well?
Yeah,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
just all base coated.
Oh, okay.
I'm hiding behind a tombstone.
And out walks.
They can't see me.
I'll edit this out again.
And let me
No,
check the,
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
and out walks this finely dressed man.
I thought you were on lookout. You didn't
And
tell
he
us
looks,
the arrows
you
were
know,
coming.
He's got slick back hair, pale skin, richly velvet kind of vest coat, and a black cape coming down. And he walks up and comes your way, and he stops about 30 feet out. His carriage cart driver stops with a cart. He goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. He stops right about there, and he says, "Welcome to Barovia. I'm Lord Strahd von Zarovich, and you are in my lands. And I see Irina.
Quietly fades to the back of the group.
Irina, my love, surely you see that our fates are intertwined, and you
Leave
are
me
destined
alone. I don't know you.
to be with me.
I don't know why you think I am your love.
Give me a will save."
Give me a one. Oh, sorry. Give me one.
We'll save his wisdom.
Yes.
19.
A.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of at first you feel kind of drawn to him. It feels like his red glowing eyes are pulling you in, and then you resist it, and you feel not compelled to come towards him. And he says, I came upon a corpse on the Slavic road. A poor woman burned.
It's called a pyre.
Oh, it's. I did kill the wolf, and he pulls over out of a bag. He pulls a wolf's head and he drops it. And he says, "The wolf that killed her, so blood for blood, as they say. But do not worry, your comrade, I don't think, is gone from this world. She was a druid, was she not? Well, I have some druids that worship me. She has joined their rank now, and I've renamed her. Savannah, you may meet her again in the future. In the meantime, Irina, I invite you to Castle Ravenloft, where I can keep you safe. Your father has passed, and this town is a treacherous and miserable place."
She said
The only thing here that I need to be safe from is you.
So at this point, Ismark pulls his sword and charges at him and says, "Everybody roll initiative." He says, "I'll kill you, you vile devil."
Wow.
All right, thanks, Ismark.
Plus 21. I got 21 initiative.
Not as good. That is going to be a 9.
And
You want me just to move the mouse for you every once in a while?
Yeah, do you want to like bring it back so we can?
there we go, and that's Ravenloft sitting up at the top. Okay.
Looking all spooky and stuff.
Warm.
Yeah, looking all spooky and stuff. So let's do, and this is going to be a lot of initiative. So I'm going to bring out my fancy.
We can just tackle Ismark and
Okay.
say, hey,
Yeah.
he's
Fancy
just
legal
obviously
pad?
distraught.
Fancy legal pad. So
Try to talk our way out of
Um,
this. I don't know if it's going to work.
let's see.
but
yeah.
Highest initiative. Let's see. 20 to 15.
I got 17.
17 for Marick.
19 for Arc.
Marick. 19 for Arc. Okay. 15 to 10.
Well,
I had 21.
21. 21 for
Syrdath.
Syrdath. And what did
Arena got a 9.
Arena got a 9. 9 Arena. Let's see what Ismark gets. 6. Thanks, buddy. But he gets a surprise attack. And Trill got a 17 too, but she's less than Marick, I'm sure. What's your dex, Marick?
Plus 3.
Trill.
16.
Yeah. And then I will do Strahd's.
Basically, did a dump in both Dex and Intelligence.
And Strahd's came out to
So-
be.
you're like a flip wizard.
There we go.
Crap. I know what I have to do
Yeah.
first.
His is
Mage armor.
4, so 17. So okay, Syrdath, you go after Ismark. So Ismark runs up, and I need a character for Ismark. I'm gonna put Ismark as gonna be. Yeah, that's fine. Well, here. Let's
Foreshadowing.
yeah, we'll do. This will work. We'll have this guy running with the sword out. So he runs up, and he's gonna try to take a swing at Strahd. And
You know it's a tiefling, right?
yeah, I know.
Alright.
Yep, he runs up. Is that a? Oh, it's a 19. Yeah, he runs up and brings his sword right on Strahd, and brings it right on his chest. A bright flash of red light comes from a
You wanna
tower
swap that
in
out?
Castle Ravenloft. One of the nearby towers shoots out kind of a red light, and you can see a flash of red as it bounces off of Strahd and doesn't hurt him. And that's it for his turn. It's gonna go to Syrdath.
Hold my action.
Holding your action. Okay. Arc.
Where's the carriage driver?
All the way out there.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Kill the horse.
So mean.
dash. Hold on, where was it? That gives me 6, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna dash to the gate
Okay.
toward the carriage driver.
Okay.
That's my action.
Okay. All right.
So from our perspective, he just takes off.
He's just gonna open the carriage. I'm like, Strahd. Have a good day.
So now it's Strahd's turn, and Strahd is going to. He's going to start casting spell, and as he does it.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I recognize the spell?
Sure.
That would be a 12.
You don't seem to recognize it. Out of the grave start popping up hands and arms.
Oh, good. Zombies.
Did their daddy pop up?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Not the dad did not pop up, but the ones next to it did. And one walks out of the crypt here. Yeah, check this out. Ah,
That is pretty cool.
pop the lid off. There we go.
Hey.
I'm immersed. Like I've never been immersed before.
Yeah. Okay.
So
And
nice.
on their turn, they just
So-
pop out. They're not doing anything yet. They pop out, and then on his next bonus action, he's going to just reach out and try to grab Ismark by the throat. And let's see if he does. He does. He picks Ismark off the throat and says, "Boy, you do not know who you are messing with." And
Idea.
and he looks at the rest of you and he says, "Do not bow before your lord."
Well, now,
And
so I was content just, being all right, kind of a little bit of a.
So Marick, your turn.
Okay.
We're up, buddy.
I should say the church is on this side of the map. So
Right here?
Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
I reach down in my spell pouch. I grab what looks to be like a little
Oh.
ball of gummy stuff.
This is Donovich, by the way.
No.
And I say, self be gone. I disappear.
You
So-
cast invisibility?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We'll just kind of.
Yeah. You're invisible. Okay. That's
I still, I think I get a movement still, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's an action. Okay.
Critical Role style.
yeah.
Mi esposa.
No, I don't think so. It's just folks hanging out. Okay. Busy streets of St. Clair. Okay, so you go invisible and you move,
Mhm.
and that's it. Okay. Now it's Trill's turn. Trill will draw her sword, and she's gonna go at the zombie in front of her. Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
one? There's two.
The one directly in front of her towards Strahd. Yeah. Yeah, right there. And she's going to take a swing. And she's going to hit. And Trill is going to, it's a 1d8 plus 1. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she cleaves down on it for 9 points of damage. And I have to roll 2. And she takes off the left leg. Just takes it off, and okay, and it the leg is just kind of twitching on the ground, but the zombie is still kind of hopping around on one leg, and just it's got like some missing hair pieces, and it's kind of grayish green, and the bones look real brittle on it, but it's still up, and I guess that'll be it for her. Yeah.
Trill's pretty good at long division.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and then it's Irina's turn.
Irina is going to move. She's gonna draw her sword. She's gonna move to the zombie next to the rogue and stab it.
Okay. Give me it to hit.
Let's see.
Hits.
It is 1d8 plus 1 piercing damage. 6.
Okay. You take off an arm. An arm flops. The left arm flops off and starts flopping around on the ground. And just keep track of points here. That's okay. Next is Ismark. And Ismark's like, run to the church, Irina. I'll take care of this devil. I won't let you have her. And then he's gonna try to flail at him with his sword.
Try to break free.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess I'll try to do an athletics to break free. That's probably smarter than what I was gonna do. Natural 1. He
Chokes himself.
Yeah. he makes it worse. You see like a little bit of blood just spit out of his mouth.
It's kind of like when a dog is on a chain. Like choking.
Donovich is going to run and get an attack of opportunity. That zombie's gonna swipe at him and miss.
Which way is he going?
He's heading to the church. He's just fleeing.
Which
He's
is
just
straight back.
Is he dashing?
Yes. Yeah. And that's it for his turn. Syrdath.
Okay. So I am going to pull out my bow and I'm going to expose myself and I'm going to try to actually.
Well, he's right next to you. If you do that, you might get an attack of opportunity on you.
You can just stab the one that's next to
Yeah.
you.
You know what? I'm going to pull out my sword. It feels different.
You get sneak attack because I'm
Yeah.
next to it, so.
Yeah. Sneak attack. Alright, so that'd be a 15 plus whatever that would have been. Okay.
That hits.
Yeah. And
Is it short sword?
yeah,
Plus
short
four.
sword. And
The silvered one.
yeah, the silver. Obviously, I gotta
Yeah.
go with my silver. And I guess I roll d6, 3, so that would be twice. That'd be 6 plus. There's no +2 on the sword. Yeah,
D6 plus 2.
be 10 damage on the zombie.
Okay. Yeah. You Okay, it's missing an arm. Now it's missing a leg. And it's both on the same side, so it's kind of teetering there, hopping around.
And it says the Black Knight always tries.
Yeah. Leg. And it's still up, but it's, you know, it's just like, and it's just kind of hopping around on it.
And I'm going to take my move action to disengage and...
Can't do
Rogues
that.
can do that.
Rogues can? Okay.
Yeah, with his bonus action, you can.
You
disengage.
bonus action, you can disengage.
Yep.
Yeah, bonus action, disengage, and then you can move.
Yeah, so bonus action, disengage, and then I'm running over here.
Okay. All right. And now it's Ark's turn.
Okay. So I'm going to see what's happening to Ismark here, and I will feel conflicted because I think he has proven trustworthy and honest with us, and it does seem like they are getting picked on. I'll when I rage now at level 3, rather than just being mad, I think it's appropriate if I'm a totem warrior that start to turn a little more feral in appearance, maybe with some yellowish eyes or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
your
happens.
eyes. Kind of, they became a little, they're less round, your pupils. They kind of elongate a little bit. Yeah.
And I'll run back this way, and I will, I'm raging at this point, and I will just try to shove Strahd to the ground, kind of like a full shoulder tackle into Strahd.
Okay.
And that's, mechanically, I think it would be a shove action, trying to knock him prone.
Okay.
Unless you got something different in mind.
Nope. Go ahead. That's gonna be what is that? Like strength?
It's
It's
an
a strength
attack.
check.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's contested strength.
Probably. 17 plus 5, so 22.
23. We're 19 on the die plus 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he just kind of like linebacker stands there as you hit him, and he
Okay.
takes it and just moves a little bit and just looks over at you.
I'm pulling up my great axe then. And I'm not doing anything else because I don't have any more
Okay.
actions. But that's,
Now it's Strahd's turn, and I'm going to let all the zombies go on the same turn. At this point, enormous fangs start growing out of his mouth, and he leans over and he pulls Ismark up, and he just leans over and bites into him. And he sinks his teeth right into his neck, and you can see the life getting drained out of Ismark, and he's got blood going down his neck and just coming out of him. And he
Let
turns.
him go!
He turns and he looks at you,
Let him go! I'll go with you! Let him go!
and he smiles, and he
Leave my brother alone and I'll go with you!
have them bring you. And then he pulls his cloak up like this around Ismark, and the mist enshrines him.
is this
Wait!
some kind of, is this some
Leave
kind of magic
him!
spell?
Yeah.
I'm going to swing at him.
Okay.
I've got a Mage Slayer feat.
Okay.
No.
Stop rolling blue.
9. You swing at him, and you kind of, it's a glancing blow, and you see a little bit of red pop off, and the tower kind of red again. and he pulls his cloak around, and he goes, "Bring her to Castle Ravenloft, and you will see your brother again." And he's got a toothy grin with blood just dripping down, and he turns into mist and vanishes up into the sky. The zombies are still there, and the carriage rider hops in, and the carriage moves off.
So we have some zombies.
Yeah. And I'll just start it back up. Yep.
So I guess I need to take Strahd off the map.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
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 and
Take him and his mark off the map.
Kidnap my brother.
The zombies.
I'm gonna stake him.
I think some of these guys started with stakes because they took the cursed background of some sort. I know.
I took that.
Yeah. So let's see. We'll do the zombie on Irina first,
All right.
and 18 plus 3. I assume that hits.
Yeah, I can't beat it. So yeah.
It's only got one arm, so
Well, I've got parry, but it's still wouldn't have.
you take 5 points of damage.
Ouch.
Yeah. As it slams its disgusting bony fingers right into you with kind of a and that's it because it's hobbling around on one leg and the other leg and arm, if you were like right on top of them, they're kind of like reaching out to grab at you, but they're not getting anything, and the foot's just kind of
So
Yeah.
would his minions actually attack her?
oh yeah, these guys would, yeah, they're just trying to, well, yeah.
Okay. I mean, you kind of see my point in that, though.
They're just zombies.
They're just zombies. They're mindless. I mean, they've got -4 intelligence. I mean,
Right, and there's 2 women, so it's not like he can be leave the girl.
Let's see. The next ones are going to lay into Trill. Trill's AC
18.
Yeah, it doesn't. Just kind of hits her armor. I think she has a shield too, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she just kind of bashes it off, and Claw does nothing. Tries to bite at her, doesn't get. She like just keeps pushing the face away, and has the sword pointed at the other one. The other one goes after her. Nothing. God, rolling crap. Still nothing. That's a 9. Oh, that's an 18, and I think
That'll hit.
That'll hit. So the bite latches onto her neck, and does 2 points of damage. So,
I mean, its teeth are probably all rotted out right now, so.
and just kind of
Gentlemen,
Just go.
yeah. And the other one's gonna move up on. Well, you're invisible.
You're invisible, probably
yeah,
me.
probably you. Yeah.
Yep.
And the one from behind that came out of the crypt is gonna come after you.
Oh, I can't see that one.
Yeah. Adam, if you'll bring him up,
where do you want him? Like,
there, right, like there. Yeah, yeah. Comes up, just kind of shambling. You don't even notice it at first because it's
That's
just
fine.
shambling out of the crypt. And this one's dressed a little nicer. It's got kind of like some finer kind of silks, and looks like it was probably wealthier.
There's our grandfather.
Maybe. And they're gonna swing at you.
That's fine.
18.
Yep.
Bite you for 2 points of damage.
I'll take 1.
And yep. And then claw. 13.
That'll miss.
And yeah, a 7. So those miss. And then the other one's gonna try to bite at you. For 11.
Okay, I'll take 6.
A miss. It's 11 to
Oh,
hit.
11 hit. Yeah, that'll miss.
Yeah. 7 miss. And that's 15.
15 will hit.
15 will hit. Okay, that's gonna be 3 points of damage, which
2.
yep. And they're just kind of shambling there, and that's it. It goes to Marick.
oh no.
No, it's Syrdath, right?
Wait,
No.
Sir, that's the top of the order. I had 21.
You went already, and then
We're still going down.
we're still going down.
Oh,
Marick.
still going
yeah.
down. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Marick's turn.
He's just that slow.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm good. You don't have to. You do.
You do you.
You do you. Fireball.
Don't do that.
Firebolt.
That's fine.
Okay, you're firebolting. When you're invisible, you're gonna lose your invisibility.
Actually, I was right here, right?
Yeah, the battle maps are slowly getting better. So I
Yeah,
like
this is
Yeah.
good quality.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I say incinerate. I go after this one.
Okay.
Will be a 21
Hits. Fire
Fire.
catches it.
for 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage, and that's that one. Okay. You hit it, and it appears to be on fire. I'm going to look and see who's out there, because someone just came in the office. One moment. Hey. Okay. So, next is, you going to do anything else? You have any bonus actions or anything there?
No.
Okay, Trill's turn. Trill is going to go after the one she already hit. And she's going to hit. And she's going to bring her sword down across it. It's already took off a leg. She's going to... 13. She's going to take off an arm. So this one's hopping on one leg with one arm too.
All right.
Bleed on me.
Oh, yeah, that's great. And it's down to that many. Okay. And so it looks like it's kind of just hopping around, and the arm and the leg are all twitching on the ground.
Having a good time.
Yeah, it's a little comical. Irina.
Arena's gonna try to push over the one next to her.
You okay? Yep, give me a strength check.
Yeah.
And I will do theirs.
Can I have advantage because it's only got one leg?
They have
Yeah, I will
one
give you
leg.
advantage because it has one leg. I will give you advantage. Or I could give them disadvantage. How do you want to do it?
Disadvantage for you
Okay.
mathematically is better for me.
Okay, we'll do that. Oh my gosh.
You found the one yoga master, did you?
Did you find the one like yogi?
What'd you get?
I got an 11.
You got an 11. So you go to push at it and you push it clean over, just right into the dirt. It just falls over and goes, "Huh?" And just hits the ground.
Cool, it's
That's the
prone now.
Scooby-Doo zone.
Yeah.
She's gonna go, let's see, 5, 10, 15,
Oh.
25.
Yeah.
She's gonna go engage this one while also moving towards the church.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Ismark, and he's nowhere to be seen. And then
Assume he's dead.
Donovich is gonna go and open up the church door and go inside, and you hear the door kind of close, and that's all you hear from Donovich. He's kind of whimpering in the distance. And Syrdath, top of the round.
Pop around here, and I like called shots. How does that work?
Cold shots in D&D 5th edition.
I don't know that they exist.
I don't know that they
per
exist
se.
either. But I do have to roll when you do so much damage with certain type of things. I do have to roll metagame what happens to them, so you'll know what happens if you hit and do enough
Are
damage.
you looking for a specific thing to do?
I just want to try to hit him in the head. See if
Okay,
it
I mean
stops
you can try. I'll let you go ahead.
If you roll a critical hit, that's probably what.
Now, I am going to also,
Sure,
let's see.
you can try.
Yeah, cold shots don't
I
exist.
think I may, Jason, if it's all right, I may just say that when I pick like I have a skill proficiency in bow. Let's go around. This is kind of one of my traits. Does that work?
You're already proficient with bows.
Yeah, you're already proficient.
So I can't be double proficient?
No.
An extra plus
No.
2? Okay. Well, I'll figure that out later then. I'll just hold that with a Benny. And I got, well, hell, I got like a 10.
10.
10, you hit.
Hey,
You're not
And I
very-
was hitting. I mean, would that be a surprise attack? or not?
it's sneak attack because he's adjacent. to
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's why.
Okay.
I don't like the name sneak attack. They should call it like precision.
So
attack. That's
I
more
just
like
do
what it is.
just
Percentage
1d6
for
then.
precision bonus damage. I don't know.
No, you get out your sneak attack damage.
Shit, that's amazing, Adam. So that would be 2. That'd be 6 damage.
6 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine, dude.
you do 6 damage, and you actually decapitate the zombie. The head comes off, and it's just down the ground, like biting and clawing, and the body's still going like this out at him.
Okay.
So
that's-
technically, you need to roll an additional d6 for your damage here, and 2d6 for your sneak attack damage. So what he's had you do is just roll 1d6 for sneak attack.
I think it's different because it's level 3 now. I think level 3 gets 2d6.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's how it goes. Yeah.
But so you get 2d6.
So really, you
Either way.
multiply by 3 rather than by 2.
Yeah, if that's what you're
Actually,
doing.
I
yeah.
believe for sneak attack you do roll the individual dice because it's double.
You
the
do
dice
crits.
for
You double it.
crits.
Yeah. I thought you were asking about crits, and I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. So do you want me to go ahead and just roll?
Yeah, you can roll 3d6.
Roll 3d6.
Roll one more.
Yeah,
roll one more. Shit! Oh, another one.
Oh,
Wow.
unfortunate.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the head still
But-
comes
but-
off, but it's
That'd be an extra 3 to it. Then,
Sure,
So it'd be
sure.
9 damage.
yeah, it's still up, but it's it's
Not very coordinated.
okay. Arc.
Okay, I'm breaking up my hand axes.
Thank you, John.
I'm taking one at this zombie right here.
Okay, you gonna ask him a question?
Yes. Excuse me, sir. I must ask you a question.
Yep.
And I'm rolling with reckless attack, so they'll get advantage on me.
Yep.
21 to hit.
21 to hit. You hit.
This one is going to deal
All the ones today.
6 damage.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'll,
12. You take off an arm.
okay, I'll swing again with a bonus attack with my 2-weapon fighting. I'm not going to get a lot of extra damage on this, but I'll get some rage damage. Another 21 to hit.
Okay.
This one's going to take 5 damage.
And the head comes off.
Yeah.
So the head's down on the ground, the arm's missing, and the body's still there, but it looks pretty rough. And as you notice, give me a perception check.
19.
You notice it appears the magic of the summoning is starting to fade a bit because bits and pieces are falling off of this one and the one by you, and they're just starting to crumble.
I'm staying put. I ain't scared of these zombies.
And that's would be Strahd's turn. He's gone. Marick. Oh, zombie's turn. Sorry.
Yeah, bring it.
I'm keeping that roll.
That's fine.
It's gone.
It was an intentional roll.
So let's see. That one's pushed over. It's going to stand up and move 15 feet, which is going to get nowhere. No, they get 20 feet, 10 feet. So it's not even going to get to him. It's going to go out to Trill. That one's missing an arm and a leg. So it's got one attack. Natural 1. Falls over. So the one crouched down falls over. Yeah, because it's trying to keep balance on one leg. And the other one misses. And it's missing a... No. Yeah. Yeah. It misses the bite too. And then the one's on you. Yeah.
Yep.
And one of those is missing an arm and a head. And the other one's missing a head. So natural 20 on the claw. So that's 4... 9 points of slashing damage from a claw.
I'll take 5.
Okay. And yeah, misses with the other one. The other one's got arms. Miss.
Still fine.
Hits you
Alright.
and you take 2 points of damage from another slashing claw.
So I'll take 1.
Yep. And that's
I like
it.
how you're narrating how you're doing to us in character during the battle.
Well,
Yeah. Okay, now it's Marick. What did you get?
A 20.
On what?
Firebolt.
Okay. Which one?
The one I attacked before. The one right
Yep. Okay. Yep. Go for it.
there. So roll this twice.
Roll it once.
Roll once and double
your
it.
dice.
12.
Okay. That one burns up.
Oh no!
And now it's Trill's turn. Trill's gonna go after the one that's on the ground, just kind of there.
Dead
She get advantage?
It doesn't matter. She got a 19 on the dice. But let's see if we get a 20. No, the other one was a 1. So we'll take the 19. She deals... Yeah, she just takes her sword and plunges it in, twists it, and the thing dissolves into the ground. Just kind of mush.
Another dead zombie.
Yep. And Irina.
Re-dead zombie. Irina is kind of torn because these guys are in trouble now because they came to help her. Can I make a check to see if I notice that those zombies are starting to fall back into the earth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a perception.
Because she feels like she needs to help. So perception is going to be +2, 15.
15. Yeah, you're noticing. You could see when the right before it got hit by the firebolt, it looked at you and a piece of its face just fell off, and some of it
And
was
then it
just
just
yeah,
went
like little bits and pieces of
Okay.
skin with hair came off.
So these two probably have this handled. It's a paladin and a barbarian, so she's going to book it for the church to go check on
Rude of
Donovich.
calling that.
Well, I mean, we apparently don't look like we handle anything.
Well,
No.
you don't look like
And
anything
John, you're
right
not-
now because
No,
you're
I'm
invisible.
visible. I'm
You're
visible.
visible.
Oh, okay.
Mary shouts out, "Hey, I'm bad."
Well, you got a stealthy one, and you're actually out of my eye line pretty much. So, she's gonna book it for the church. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay.
She made it.
Yeah, you made it to the side of the church. The windows are walled up there. You got to go around a bit, but
She's
yeah.
facing.
And you can hear kind of Donovich inside praying,
Okay.
praying to the Morning Lord, and just kind of standard verses he would normally do on Sunday service and that sort of thing.
So he sounds normal.
He sounds frantic, but yeah.
Well, but like
Yeah.
he's not. His son didn't bust out of the basement and eat him or anything.
You don't hear anything like that.
Okay.
And now it's Ismark who's not here, and Dorvich.
Strahd.
He opens the door, seeing you come up, and he says, come in, my dear." And so he'll assist you in, I guess.
So
Yes, cross the threshold.
We'll take a 5-foot step with his.
The devil can't come into our homes uninvited. That's what he says. And then it's top of the round, and at the top of the round, the zombies crumble. Whatever was left in them, whatever magic was left in them, has fallen apart
I'm
just a bit.
still hacking at him.
Oh yeah. He's just. Ark is just. just.
I do okay.
Yeah. Okay. So he's making mash zombie. It's just. Yeah.
When he's done, I'm
Yeah.
wanting to kind of loot the well-dressed grandpa zombie. I mean, it's not grave robbing
You
if
can
we're
get in
out
there
of the
between
grave.
hacks.
It's not grave robbing if they're
If we're out of the grave.
You find on that a septum piercing that's made out of platinum, and you think it's worth, maybe 50 gold.
Grandpa had a punk face.
Yeah. The rest of it was silks that got just obliterated. And that's that. And
You should definitely get your septum pierced and wear it around to keep it safe.
That would probably be the best thing for a Syrdath to do. Or Syrdath,
so at this point, Donovich comes out and looks about and said, "You must get her to safety. Get her away from the devil Strahd." And we'll end today's session here. All right?
Yay!
Good.
Awesome.
Good. All
So
right.
This seems like this wouldn't be another milestone, so we'll just probably start with level 3 again.
Start with level 3 again. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's been great. Thank you very much.